Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. That is right, everybody. Today is a very special episode because today we're going to be talking about a channel that you all may or may not be familiar with. It's somebody that we made fun of quite a bit a while ago, and that channel is called Peak Trans, and after like a year or something, she finally responded to me. So with that being said, we're absolutely going to be taking a look at that. But before we get into that, for any VOD watchers, we'll probably include timestamps. Maybe, who knows? Hello everyone who just joined. Welcome. Hello, Link of TW, and congratulations on being the first person in chat. Hello, Rose. Hello, Monfact Great. Hello, George Baker Jr. Hello, Minty. Hello, Convenient Estelle. Hello, Auntie Smiley. Hello, Fixie Pixie. Hello, Volvo Kevin. How is your day today, chat?
Are you doing good? You better be doing good.
And, yeah. Hello, Lewis Black. Femi, can we watch some Zombies Are Hungry after this? He makes shorts now. He's the crackhead. Maybe a little bit. If we get through the entire, the entire TERF segment, all right? Yes, that's right. Not the man voice.
What man voice? I don't know what you're on about.
But yeah, anyways. Sorry, I had to stretch. TERF Wars. Yes, TERF Wars indeed. Squares are the best shape, am I right? Nuh-uh. Triangles are superior, all right? Everybody gangsta till he hits him with the isosceles triangle. That's right. Big stretch. It doesn't even sound manly.
Yeah, it does. This is like the most manly voice of all time.
Triangles, nah. Yeah. Dude, triangles. That's right. We love triangles. What do I do if my boyfriend won't play any other game but Creatures of Sonaria on Roblox? I don't know. Get a new boyfriend or something. I don't know. You know what? I mean, or just play that. Those are your options, I suppose. It just sounds like you breathe a gas that's heavier than air. You might not be wrong. You might not be wrong. Because, like, in order for me to... Because I don't use those muscles anymore. Like, the muscles for the guy voice, I don't use those. So my ability to do that diminishes greatly over time. And, while sometimes I'm better equipped to do it than other times, this is one of those times where I'm not very good at it. Hi, I'm one of Apollo's friends. Wait, like Apollo as in like the debate bro Apollo or a different Apollo? Because the first Apollo I think of when you say Apollo is like the whole like that whole debate sphere, like him, Bunk, Synth, all of those people that are way more invested in debate than I will ever be. All right, I'll get invested in it for like a month or two and then get bored. Oh, he has the user Nix. Okay, never mind. Never mind. You're talking about a different Apollo. Okay, I see. Yes, I recognize them as Nix. I didn't know they were Apollo. I didn't, triangles, nah, triangles are inferior. They're just two squares in one. Well, two squares can be, or sorry. No. They wouldn't be two squares in one. A square could be two triangles. But you clearly don't know anything about shapes. If you think that that two squares makes a triangle and not the other way around. So clearly your opinion about squares being superior to triangles is misinformed, right? If it's the case that we agree with the premise that if a shape is created by another shape, that other shape is superior, right? Well, it's going to be the case that squares can be created by two triangles, right? And therefore, triangles are superior, right? You can't go any further than a triangle? Exactly. Exactly. If it was 2 squares, it isn't. Wouldn't it make it stronger than 1 squares? Well, that's a different premise. You know, that's a different premise entirely. I was just accepting the premise that they laid out because it leads to my conclusion, which is that triangles are superior. You know? I wasn't critiquing the validity of the premise itself. I was just saying what the logical conclusion to it was. Anyways. Transgendigals. Aw, yeah, my favorite shape of them all. Aw, yeah. Do you like anime? Nah, not really. I don't really watch anime or anything like that. My brain hurts. I fucked up that statement. Brain. I think you might have fucked up multiple. Cause I don't know. It does seem like your Brian hurts a lot. Yeah, poor Brian. What did Brian do to you, man? Why did you hurt Brian? All right, dude, homeboy Brian, dude, my goat. Brian is my goat, and you just hurt him like that. That's really fucked up, Brian Griffin. Yes, Brian, watch out. Watch out, Brian. A girl called Blue Death 16 was reading. Look, I don't know any of the lore. I'm gonna be real. I don't know who that is. The Sega Return used quadrilaterals as primitives, and the developers just put 2 of the angles together. What? I don't know what that means. Why are hair like that? You might as well get curtain bangs. Oh, I do intend on getting bangs at some point. I'm just too lazy to get a haircut, and this is just like this just looks best when I have my headphones on. Anyways. You can't say that. Yes, look, I think, you know, slurs are hilarious and all. Just, I'd rather not have people violate TOS in my chat, though. I know. Crazy. Well, who is Carol and I don't see any deleted messages. You're just schizophrenic. I see. I'm thinking about getting bangs, but they seem high maintenance. I love saying slurs, the ones I can say. I love saying all of them. Well, to be fair, I can say all of them. I'm like really good at pronouncing the syllables that all of them are comprised of. You know, my linguistic abilities have no limitations. Triangles are superior to squares. This is true. I like saying the J slur scares people. Okay, no, that one's too far. That one's too far. All right? Or if it's like the J slur followed up by application. Oh, God. All right, dude, that is, you know, I'm gonna get PTSD from that one. Or something. And trauma. And stuff like that. Stuff that's bad, okay? Stuff that's bad. Hexagons are superior to triangles. No, that's not true. That's not true. Triangles are superior. The J slur put my unemployed people down for days. Very true, very true. Hexagons are just 6 triangles. Yeah, well, a hexagon has the capacity to become great, but you have to break it up into 6 triangles first. Hexagons are bestagons, though. That sounds like it rhymes, but it doesn't, which proves you to be incorrect. Whereas triangles are the best diangles, which does rhyme. So that means that I'm more correct than you. Get a job. Yo, chill guy, you did not just say the J slur. Yo, that's fucked up. That's a permanent ban. Anyways. What about Briangles? Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. You know, speaking of Brian, you know, considering the fact that, you know, somebody's Brian was hurting, you know, maybe it's because they haven't witnessed the true power of the Briangle. Anyways. No! No, Carol, don't say slurs! No! What about trans angles? What is a trans angle? Anyways. Looking cute, I mean tough and dominant. Hello, TB. And yes, I do look very tough and dominant today. What about pan angles? Okay. I don't know what that means, but if the person, Brian, was into it, we shouldn't judge what they do. Very true, very true. You ever played Geometry Dash? You better believe I did. Well, that shit was fucking great. It's been a while since the last time I played that. Yeah. What about job angles? Oh my god, dude. Nah, what the fuck? You just tricked me into saying the J slur. That's fucked up.
I can't believe you would do that.
That's really messed up. Don't be shy, show us that forehead. You can just look at past live streams and find one where I have a ponytail. I'd rather not mess up my hair today. I prefer the Paragon, infinite sides. What is that? Is that like any... Like, does that include things like ovals, circles, elliptical shapes, etc.? A circle? No, because it would also have... No, because if the only criteria is that it has no sides, then it would necessarily indicate that that would include ovals and ellipses, right? So it wouldn't just be a circle, right? Like, a circle would be an example of it, but it wouldn't be the only example. Not no sides, infinite sides. Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. You know what I meant. You know what I meant, all right? What happened to your face? Has it changed? It looks cis AF? Well, thank you. And I don't think it's changed that much. Maybe it has over time, but I also learned how to do mascara. So that's the only difference. Doesn't the asymmetry of ovals imply a lesser order of sides? Okay, how many sides are in an oval? How do you quantify that? What are the sides? You would have to break it down infinitely. There's infinite sides. Same thing with like, look, I don't have to make an argument for this, all right? I know that the math is going to back me up. I don't know what it is, but my intuition is always correct about this kind of stuff. Except for the many instances in which I've been proven wrong. Anyways. Glad you put some chapstick on your lips. Yeah, I try my best to remember. My order at Domino's also has infinite sides. Very true, very true. If we set circles to a leaf null, then ovals would be like the integer infinity, for instance. I assume you're just saying what I said, but in like nerd speak. Also, Perp, you are factually incorrect. Pineapple on pizza is a crime against humanity. All right? That's right. Double tap to smash like if you agree that it's a crime against humanity, which it is, by the way. All right? You're factually incorrect if you disagree with that. All right? You're just brain dead. You've been brainwashed to believe that kind of stuff. All right? You're unliking. Nah. All right? Double tap to smash like right now, chat. All right? You see this? We have 98 people watching. We only have 31 likes. All right? Show your hatred of pineapple pizza by double tapping your screen right now to smash like if you haven't already. Also, thank you, Back Index, you beautiful fucking bastard, for the 20 Canadian saying, hey, how's your day going? It's going pretty good, I guess. It's going pretty good. You're gonna get less likes because of this. For all of the pineapple pizza haters, we should unite, okay? Double tap the screen to smash like in solidarity against pineapple on pizza. But yeah, my day is going pretty good. Because, I'm very excited about today's stream, okay? Because in today's stream, we're going to be going against somebody that made a video responding to me. I've only watched like a minute or two of it. And, she, finally makes a response video to me. I talked about her. I made fun of her quite a few times. You know, I farmed her for content. Because why the hell not? It's fun and I make money doing it because of you guys, which is awesome. You know, you guys donate. And, I made TERF Twitter very angry. What was it? Yesterday or the day before? I think 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I made TERF Twitter very angry. And, yeah. Hi again, Femi. Why, hello. Also, thank you, Beck Index, for the 10 Canadian. You beautiful fucking bastards saying no pineapple. I couldn't possibly agree more. You absolute legend. Even putting money where your mouth is. You know, saying things that are factually correct. You know, just being right about everything. All right? That's right. I agree with you. Because pineapple, indeed, is literally disgusting. A crime against humanity, if you will. What is TERF? So TERF, or TERF, stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist. It's about as deranged and insane of an ideology as you would imagine. But yeah. I love pineapple on pizza and will enjoy it. I still support Femi. Well, I'm glad you still support me, but you have bad taste in pizza. You need better taste buds. Please get taste bud surgery immediately.
In order to fix this shortcoming. That's right.
Anyways,
where was I?
Or fart. Feminism appropriating radical transphobe.
Very true.
Guys, who remembers Dumpster Bob? Oh my god, we love Trumpeteer Blob. Oh my god.
My favorite. That's right.
Anyways. You need more estrogen. Your voice is pretty deep.
Well, I hate to break it to you.
But, you can only do voice training in order to make your voice higher. Estrogen doesn't do that.
But yeah, I can do like this thing with my voice.
Where I go back and forth. Wow, 133 viewers, you're so popular. I'm really not. It's just the shorts algorithm is like that, you know? I don't know. Some people have like a very skewed view of how YouTube works. You know? They think I'm more of a professional than I actually am. What voice training do you recommend? So I would recommend starting out with a channel called Trans Voice Lessons. That's where I started. She has videos for beginners. And then from there, what I did is I joined a bunch of trans femme voice training servers. Spent hours every night. You know, staying up way too late to focus on voice training. Then on YouTube, I would slowly feminize my quote-unquote guy voice or normal voice until it got to the point where it's like, okay, it morphed into the girl voice. You know, for a period on my channel, and I'm sure you could find it if you look hard enough and past live streams and find the right time period, you'll be able to find where I have like this more androgynous sound. But yeah. Trans-inclusive radical chauvinism. Now that's the ideology that I support. Let's fucking go. Fuck, that sounds so good, bro.
Why, thank you.
I very much appreciate that. I'm so proud of you. Well, thank you. Well, thank you. I'm very glad to hear that. Barbecue chicken pizza is a nice... No. How about something normal? Like pepperoni and bacon pizza. So how about that? How about something that's actually good? You know? Are you using a voice filter? I am not. All right, and if you don't believe me, here I am on my chair, curled up in a ball. You can see my hands, and
yeah, so I can just like go down here
and up here
and down here and
up here, and of course I can
go down here
and back up here, of course, and
down here
and up here. So, with that being said,
All natural, baby. All skill, all natural. I don't need to use a fucking voice changer or any of that shit. And, yeah. So, no voice trainer required. No, I believe you weren't using a voice filter. You need one. Why did you ask? Why did you ask? You know, if you thought that I needed one, you would have said that I needed one. The first message. I see your camera moving. There's someone behind the camera. You ain't fooling anyone, Femi. Ah, shit. You exposed my inner workings. I actually do, in fact, have I am exploiting a Bangladeshi child for their labor. And paying them 7 cents an hour to move the camera around whenever I move. Anyways. Your hair is literally gorgeous. Please give me your hair routine. Yeah, so what I recommend doing is using shampoo and conditioner every other day. And then using some sort of volumizing mousse, maybe a little bit of a hair gel, not one that would make your hair look greasy or anything like that. And then you could either blow dry it. Alternatively, you could let it air dry. Then when it's done or almost done air drying, right, to the point where you wouldn't use a blow dryer, you can put water in your hair, just like from a sink, right? So like, just like put it on your hands, then like, you know, do this like 8 times roughly is what I did, like 8 to 10 times, to get it evenly across my hair. And then I did that. And the reason for that is because then my hair is generally a lot less wet. But then there's like, it's just wet enough to get, you know, the hair products in correctly. And then I just use the hair dryer for just like a small amount of time. And that's better for your hair, but that's only if you have the time to do that. So that's what I did today. I slept with my earplug. My ear hurts now. I'm very sorry to hear that. So, how is Yay Beehole this evening? What a weird question to ask. Chicago pizza is shit. True! Fucking true! Okay, all my homies hate deep dish, okay? That shit is overrated, alright? Thin crust is superior, alright? New Haven pizza, literally the fucking best, alright? It's crispy, it's the most authentic, right? That's like the closest to what they have in Italy, right? None of this fucking soggy crust, fucking bullshit where it's like, yeah, I want my pizza to be fucking floppy and soggy and disgusting. It's like, no, I want that shit to be crispy and crunchy and actually, like, I don't know, be good. Yes, okay, maybe my topping preferences are American. But the style itself, okay? Also, thank you, Ifos Ballarand, for the 2, saying, your low voice is the same as my falsetto, fuck my life. I'm very sorry to hear that. This is your, falsetto. There's no way this is actually your... Is this your falsetto? Damn. Detroit style pizza is fantastic as well. Which one is Detroit style? Is that one like... Is that one like soft or crispy? Because if it's soft, that shit's probably overrated too. You look like Kelly Clarkson if she cut herself. That's a crazy... Wait, hold on. Who is Kelly Clarkson? So apparently this is what I look like, I guess. I don't really see the resemblance other than we do in fact both have blonde hair. That is the only similarity. Maybe the jaw slightly, but she definitely has a few more pounds than me. Yeah, she's a white blonde woman, I guess. So that means that we look the same. Maybe in this one? Yeah, maybe like when she's younger, I guess. Because otherwise we don't... Okay, in this, I can kind of see it a little bit. The jawline is like, I'd say pretty similar. The nose isn't. I have like more of a hook nose than she does. Eyebrows are actually not that far off from mine. Other than that, though, I don't really see any glaring similarities. Maybe the lips? I don't know. Yeah, she's also got, like, way the fuck bigger breasts than me. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, she tip-mogs me. It's very sad, very sad. Kelly Clarkson has a penis. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. Anyways. You have a wig? This is not a wig, my friend. Hate to break it to you. I know. People can grow their hair out. Who would have guessed? Detroit style is not even close to Chicago style. Okay, what is it? What is it close to? You look like her if she was 18. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll look like her when I'm like 45 or something. Yeah, I feel like 45. That's like a I'm probably gonna, you know, lose my appearance a little bit. You know, at that point. There's no way I don't, right? Like, everybody falls off at some point. You'll never look like her. She has money. I don't know what her having money has to do with whether or not we look similar. Like, I don't, unless somebody gets plastic surgery, I don't think that money is going to change the way that they look. I guess maybe their skincare routine and the ability to buy expensive makeup or whatever. Like, other than that, it's not going to really do shit. I didn't get the notification till now. Why, YouTube? Because YouTube sucks! And they're evil and they're conspiring against me. That's right. But yeah, smash like. How are you, Femyoz? I'm doing alright. Today is a good day. Alright? Today is a very good day. And the reason today is a very good day is because this person, who I've talked about a couple times on my channel, you know, farmed them for content, has finally responded to me. Yes, yours truly. And, I've only watched like a minute or two, and we're gonna be reacting to it for the first time on stream today. So, I'm so excited. And, I saw this. And this is a result of me, triggering TERF Twitter, by the way. So, it'll probably include some stuff from that. We talked about that yesterday. Or the day before yesterday. Which is when it happened. Yeah. Let's just say, this is the, today is a great day. Today is a very great day. Because she has fallen for the bait. Alright? Chat. We're gonna have content for days. Alright? Content for days. Alright? This right here is content for days, okay? We've got the, the video itself, obviously. And we've also got the really nice comments that I'm sure will say some really nice things about me as well. I've read a few of them. You know, they're quite incredible, truly. And, yeah. It's, we've got content for days, chat. All right, say it with me, chat. Content for days. Content for days. Content for days. Content for days. This seems pre-recorded. No, it's not pre-recorded. Content for days. 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 Come on, say it with me, chat. Say it with me. Content for days. Content for days. Content for days. Content for days. Let's fucking go. Yes, days for content. Content for gays. It is content for gays, by the way. Days for content. Content for days. Let's fucking go. All right. Chat, here's what we're going to do, okay? Here's what we're going to do. All right, now that we've created some hype. Chat, we're at 72 likes. We've got over 200 people watching right now. All right? And you know what that means? That means that we're very close to 100 likes. Chat, when we get 100 likes, we're going to be watching this person make a video about me. I'm so excited. We're going to respond to them as soon as, sorry, I just heard my cat. She's probably going to try to get out. Here you go, Reese. Reese. Anyway, sorry about the small interruption, chat. Chat. When we get 100 likes, we are gonna talk about or respond to the person that's attacking me. That's right. So yeah, double tap your screen to smash like, and then as soon as we get 100, that's when we're starting this segment, all right? But that means that you gotta double tap. Yes, you double tap. I mean, it's free, easy, no logical reason not to do it. It boosts my stream in the algorithm. And it also means we get to start that segment. You know, we're very close. We were 8 likes away and we got 282 people watching. I mean, come on, it's easy. You just gotta double tap. And yeah. Femyoz, hi, meow meow. Hello, just some dude. Very good to see you again. I'm gay. Hi, gay, I'm Femyoz, and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. Literal like farming. Yeah, no fucking shit. But yeah, thank you for double tapping. We're gonna start this segment in a minute now, alright? We're about to start the segment. But yeah, keep double tapping, of course, to smash like, to boost me in the algorithm. And if you really want to support me, well, there are a couple ways you could do it. You go to A, use Streamlabs. The Streamlabs link is in the pinned message. Or did I say Streamlabs or Super Chat? The one way the way that most people do it is through Super Chat, which is just you click the $sign and you go from there. However, fair warning, YouTube does take 30% of all donations from Super Chats. So just keep that in mind, just so you know where your money is going. Alternatively, you could use Streamlabs, which is in the pinned message, linked. Any and all donations are very much appreciated. All the money goes to me directly if it's through Streamlabs. And if you're on mobile and can't click the Streamlabs link for whatever reason, you could either A, just type out streamlabs.com/femyoz/tip. Fairly easy to remember, it's in the pin message. Or alternatively, you could click on my channel and it's the first link of the About section. Streamlabs.com/femyoz/tip. Now then, enough of me shilling myself. Let me drink some water and then start the segment, all right? All right. And,
oh yeah, I gotta put some chapstick on.
Sorry about that. Yo, thank you, Chalo on the track, for the 99 cents. Very much appreciated. All right. I didn't get any lip gloss on, like, the side of my face or anything, did I? I didn't mess it up, did I? I don't think I messed it up. All right, chat. Hold on. Let me hit record. Chat. Somebody that I haven't talked about in a while, but that I have talked about quite extensively on this channel and farmed for content, has finally responded to me after, like, what now? A year? After a year of me first talking about them. Now, this person, of course, is peak trans. And they're a TERF. They don't like trans people very much. They're not a very big fan of me. So, we're going to be watching this for the first time on stream. I might turn this into a video, by the way, into like an edited video. Or I might make like a video that's like pre-recorded. That's like a, you know, a less off the cuff, more scripted response. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Depends on what's in the video. With that being said, the video is called Obnoxious TERF Destroys Entitled Brat Femyoz. Oh no! Chat! I've been destroyed! What will I ever do? I'm terrified. So yeah, I've only watched a minute or two, and we're gonna... Oh, no. Stop it. Stop playing. Okay, thank you. Alright. Now we can start. Now, of course, the video starts out with, you know, the TERF equivalent of the TERF equivalent of the Chris Chan Sonichu medallion, all right? Her prized possession. You know, it's a necklace that says, woman equals adult human female. Oh, wow. I love how it's, you know, aesthetically very appealing, you know, clearly.
Hi everyone, back a bit sooner than I expected to be. Here's why. About a year ago, a YouTuber who calls himself Femyoz.
I mean, it's a better pronunciation than most. Also, thank you, Mommy Ramiro, for the $2, you beautiful fucking bastard, saying, head pats, keep up the awesome work. Thank you very much.
Tagged me to let me know he'd made a video about me with the title, Trans People React to Crazy TERF, me and Calvin Garra.
Hell yeah. Dude, I should have messaged Calvin Garra before the stream. We might react to her content again at some point. I don't know. We'll see. I should have brought him on.
Destroy some obnoxious TERF lady, peak trans, in the free marketplace of ideas. Now, I am many things, but a lady?
Oh, so you're admitting that you're not one?
That's not a description about me I hear very often, but...
Hey, look, I'm just respecting your gender identity. While it is true that you look like an actual fucking ogre, let's just say, you know, not all ogres have to be men, you know, while it is true that Shrek is like the most iconic, you know, Fiona was an ogre as well, and, she used she, her pronouns.
I'll take it. Thanks, guys.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'd never heard of either of these chaps before. The video sounds hilarious, but
It sure is. You better watch it.
I saw that it was 3.5 hours long. So
well, yeah, no shit. Live streams tend to be long. Yeah, they take up a lot of time.
I didn't even bother clicking on the link, and I didn't give it another thought.
The audacity.
What I had somehow missed, or maybe I saw it and it didn't register, I paid no attention, I really don't remember, was that this was in fact the second video he'd made about me. He had tagged me in an early...
I mean, calling me he, him when you look the way you do. Look, I'm not trying to discredit your gender identity. You know, I think you're just as much of a woman as me. But you sure as shit don't look like it.
A video that was even longer. Delusional TERF thinks we're a cult. 4 hours and 43 minutes long.
Yeah, you're pretty easy to farm for content.
Seriously, dude, you have dedicated over 8 hours of your young life to talking about me?
Seriously, dude? You spent 8 hours making money while shitting on me? Ridiculous. What kind of loser does that? Shit talking me and getting paid to do it? Incredible.
I mean, I could pretend to be delighted to have triggered these guys so much that they are prepared to spend...
Oh, I'm just so triggered. Fuming, actually.
...spend their time in this way. But the truth is, I think it's rather sad and...
It's rather sad that you would make money by making fun of me.
...pathetic. I understand that they probably didn't spend every minute of those 8.25 hours talking about me.
No, really? But, like, you're the main character.
They were live streams, otherwise known as circle jerks, which makes it even more surprising that...
Dog, I streamed a YouTube Shorts. You think I'm looking for a circle jerk? I rage bait half the time.
Not long afterwards, he posted this comment beneath another video of mine. Crazy how you still haven't responded to the stream I did with Calvin Garra reacting to you. He thinks it's crazy that I haven't taken hours out of...
To make a response video that would get views and attention? Yeah, why haven't you done that?
...my life to watch...
Dude, you're just anti-fun, you're anti-content.
...a 3.5 hour video calling me crazy and obnoxious, and then spending...
Yes, the only two things I said within the entirety of the 3.5 hour long stream.
...even more time responding to it. I answered him saying...
Nobody is asking you to respond to the entire stream. I'm just simply saying that, yeah, maybe skip to the parts where I'm talking about you, find the arguments, screen record them, and then respond to them.
And why would I? You know, as far as I'm concerned,
Because it's free content. And then we create a content cycle where we respond to each other. That's what content creators do, you fucking idiot. But you're so anti-content that you don't understand that.
you have to be incredibly stupid. You are lacking something very fundamental in your understanding of human nature to seriously think anyone would bother giving up a part of their day.
You expect me to engage in something that would be mutually beneficial to both parties involved, at least in theory? Ridiculous, honestly.
To something you...
But like, I assume that your channel is monetized. I don't know, because I have premium, so I don't get ads. But like you make money off of this, right? You don't just do this for fun, right? Because like you come across as extremely fucking miserable in all of your videos, right? There's nothing fun about your videos. They're just dog shit.
Are advertising you are stating up front is a personal attack on me. There is nothing about the way you approach me to give even the slightest hint that you have a serious argument worth hearing.
But you haven't even watched my coverage of you. Like, just because I throw in insults for entertainment value doesn't magically negate all of the arguments that are completely valid that I made throughout the duration of the live stream.
Think about it. I could, of course, have just ignored him, blocked him, swatted him away like the tiny-brained, mildly irritating insect that he behaves like. But that's not really my style. Being someone open-minded
Dude, that's not really her style.
and always prepared to walk the extra mile and consider arguments.
Oh wow, you're gonna walk the extra mile and in good faith consider all of my arguments. All right, let's see.
That are made in good faith. I
Oh,
responded
really?
thus.
Wait, how can you respond to my arguments if you don't even know what they are? What are you talking about?
Make a 20-minute video bringing your best argument against anything I've said, and I'll give it a go.
All right, I will do that at some point.
Could I have been any fairer? Okay, to be honest, I would have.
Now that you've actually responded to me in a video, fine, I'll do it. I'll do it at some point. I don't know. I'm more focused on live stream content. If you look at my upload schedule, it's like, dude, I'm too fucking lazy to make like actual videos, okay? I'm sorry.
Stretched to 25 minutes. That should be ample time to take down any single argument I've ever made, because arguments against gender ideology really aren't that hard. They're not that difficult. But I know.
But you have like multiple hours of content on your channel. Is it just you repeating the same arguments over and over again? Like, do you spend hours just repeating, regurgitating the same points over and over? Is that what you're saying? Because to respond to every single argument you've ever made, ever, is a bit fucking crazy,
Never
right?
heard from him again until yesterday. Late last night on Twittex, I became aware of a post from our brilliant, not to mention gorgeous friend Helen Stanyland, the legend.
Gorgeous? Dog, have you seen what she looks like? She is one of the most dysgenic looking freaks I have ever seen. All right? She is a direct result of inbreeding.
Now, Helen is famous for what has become known as the Stanyland question. And I'm very much into testing Grok.com at the moment.
Oh, of course.
So I asked Grok about...
You should ask Grok what they think about the totally existent genocide in South Africa.
The Stanyland question. And it tells us that the Stanyland question is designed to challenge assumptions about access to single-sex spaces and spark discussion on women's rights to privacy. It asks, do you believe that male-sexed people have the right to undress and shower in a communal changing room with teenage girls?
Dog, I'm gonna be real. I don't think that teenagers in general should share a changing room with adults, period. Right? Regardless of gender. That's what I think on the matter. I don't think that they should be together in a communal changing room. That's my belief. They should have like a kids and an adults and have them separate. That's what I think. So your argument doesn't really hold up here.
Question's effectiveness stems from its demand for a clear yes or no answer, aiming to highlight issues around sex.
Oh, a clear yes or no answer for something that requires the ability to look beyond that. It's like, no, I don't think anybody should be able to, I don't know, be in a communal changing room with teenagers when they're like, I don't know, in their 40s, right? That just seems like a breeding ground for weird fucking predators. I'm sorry, but like, do you think that exclusively, like, what do you think is gonna happen? Do you think that like a bunch of like cis guys are gonna like pretend to be trans and then go into the women's changing room to look at little girls that are changing? Do you think that pedophiles give a fuck about the gender of their victim? Why don't you look at the stats on what gender they're generally attracted to? Because generally they're just attracted to children, right? That's where their attraction lies, right? Has nothing to do with gender.
Gender and women's rights, particularly in debates about transgender access to female-only spaces.
So it's like, so let me get this straight. You're worried about, I don't know, adult men who are pedophiles preying on little girls, but you're not worried about them preying on little boys, you know, the thing that they do just as fucking much? Okay. Glad to see you have your priorities straight.
That's exactly right. The question can be asked in different ways. I could, for example, ask, how about my 5-year-old granddaughter? If she and her mother, my daughter, go to a communal changing room and shower at a swimming pool,
Look, I'm sorry. I think that public showers are a fucking disgrace, okay? They're a blight on humanity. I think that they need to, like, be fucking at least separated the way that stalls are, okay? All right? I think that communal changing rooms are a crime against humanity, all right? I've always fucking hated them. I've always changed in a stall because fuck that shit.
Is it entirely okay with you that she sees a naked man in that space that is supposed to be designed for female people?
Look, I'm sorry, but if we're talking about any trans woman, realistically, let's be real. We're all gonna go in the fucking stall. Like, I can't think of a single trans woman that's gonna be like, yeah, I'm just gonna launch my dick out in this changing room, in the women's changing room. Do you know how fucking insecure the average trans woman is? Have you interacted with them?
People. And what about him, this hypothetical naked man, seeing her undressed? You might think it is okay, in which case...
Well, I don't think that he should see a little boy undressed either. Like, what's the fucking difference? Why are those different? I don't think that he should see either. Well, why is it bad for this grown-ass man to see a naked 5-year-old girl, but not for him to see a naked 5-year-old boy? That's fucking stupid. It's a double standard, and it's obviously the case that it's a double standard. But you have no ability to think critically.
Police might be interested in your hard drive. It is precisely because of its searing simplicity that the Stanyland question is so effective.
No, it's not effective under scrutiny. I just scrutinized it. Your entire argument is fucked.
Because of that effectiveness, the anti-women...
But it's not effective. I just presented a counter-argument to it. It's not even a counter-argument, it's just like a flawed premise. It's based on the flawed premise that it's okay for if the context is that they're the same gender. It's like, no, actually, I don't think that a 40-year-old grown-ass man should be staring at a 5-year-old little boy, either. Those are exactly the same. There's no fucking difference. Well, what is the difference between him staring at a naked 5-year-old girl versus a naked 5-year-old boy? Literally name the difference.
Women's rights activists of the gender cult hates Helen. And how do these pervy men and boys always express their hatred of women who dare to stand up to...
Yeah, not like they would ever, I don't know, perv on little boys. You know, they only perv on women. See, this is what I mean, is these people don't give a fuck if, like, I don't know, a guy gets sexually assaulted, right? All of the people in 2016 that were like the fucking feminazi, man-hating feminists, they all went on to become TERFs, all right? It's the same group of people.
Who have the...
All right? Like, I've always made fun of these people, all right? You know, I made fun of them as a kid. I'm making fun of them now.
Temerity not to cower in the face of their male entitlement. Why, it is by commenting on our looks, of course. The single most common...
Ah, yes, because women would never make fun of somebody else's looks. You know, I guess according to you, it's biologically inscribed in your XX chromosomes to never insult anyone ever, all right? Literally impossible, all right?
attempt from our detractors to deflect from the uncomfortable truths we are confronting them with is to try to diss our looks. And certainly in my case, and probably Helen's as well.
I mean, yeah, there's, let's just say I don't have a limited supply of material to make fun of. Look, I haven't even done that this much. Sorry, I haven't even done it that much this time.
Our age. I'm in my late 60s.
Yeah, we can fucking tell.
I think Helen is in her mid-50s.
Only her mid-50s? She looks a lot older than that.
And of course the two things, age and looks, are connected.
Yeah, I've noticed.
But I won't rub
What's it like to be an ugly, old, disgusting piece of shit?
anyone's noses in the fact that I was more beautiful than they could hope to be when
You were mid. You were mid. Like, I'm sorry. Mid. Forehead very large. Not a good hairstyle. I don't know.
I was their age, undoubtedly true
Also, how old are you in that photo? You look like you're 12.
of Helen too, and they are likely to be far more physically repellent than we are when they are my age. So
I hate to break it to you, but, HRT does wonders to prevent that.
what Helen does quite often is quote tweet her detractors, thereby affirming our impression of them as intellectually and morally
Oh, yeah, dude, she's just such an intellectual powerhouse. That's so true.
bankrupt wankers. And that's what caught my attention last night. Femyoz, who calls himself Anonymous on
Anonymous?
X. Is he Australian? Is that what?
No, it's just like anonymous, but like combined with the name Femyoz. You fucking idiot. What? Like what? Are you fucking stupid? Also, this trans lyrics account is legendary. Dude, there were people that replied to my fucking posts thinking that I was lyrics. It was actually
He
hilarious.
calls himself Oz. I assumed he was American, but I've never heard his voice, so I don't know, and it doesn't matter anyway. He quote tweeted Helen saying, "Bro, why you look like that?"
Yeah, that's a good question. Why does she look like that?
Actually, that sounds more American.
Yeah, I am American.
And quote tweeted him in
Yeah, it's like, if I was fucking Australian, it'd be more like, crikey, mate, there's a spider on the ceiling. Why you look like that, bruv? Wait, actually, well, I was starting to become British, but you get the point.
return saying, "Because this is what women actually look like."
No, that's what ugly women look like.
Too much anime, perhaps?
No, I don't think you need to watch anime to recognize when somebody looks dysgenic and disgusting.
Femyoz comes back with, "I don't deny that you're a woman, you're just a really ugly and disgusting looking one."
True. Fucking posting my W's.
And the comment I saw, the one that alerted me to this exchange that had taken place, was from Graham Linehan showing a picture of this boy. This is Femyoz, apparently.
Are you gonna show my quote tweet?
With the words, "Porn addicted man says what?"
Show the
Man.
quote tweet.
I mean, it may be an age thing, but to me, he looks like a child.
I'm not. I'm 21.
Male child. Anyway, my curiosity was piqued, and I looked at what had provoked Graham and saw what the child had said about Helen.
Dog, I'm 21. I'm not a fucking child. Also, the fact that you don't even show the legendary quote tweet, okay? All right. I'm gonna have to go to Twitter and show that shit myself. You fucking bitch. Stupid ass. You skank. I can't believe you. That was a joke, by the way. Yeah. So it starts out with, of course, Graham Linehan saying, "Porn addicted man says what?" And so, of course, I had to quote tweet him saying, "Porn addicted man says what?" I'm sorry, it's too good. It's too fucking good. But she's obviously not going to show that for reasons, I guess.
I had no idea who he was, or that he was the same guy who a year earlier had devoted so much time to me. I simply asked him what to me seems like an obvious question. Why do you think that what she looks like matters? And
Oh, I don't think it matters. I just think it's fucking hilarious. I think it's just perfectly fine for me to make fun of people like you. Like, I don't feel bad about it. Like all I'm doing is getting comedy out of it. That's the goal, right? Like if you think that me calling you fucking ugly on the internet is a serious point of contention, you are sadly mistaken, my friend. Anyways. Objections, skanks get laid. Well, that's why I said it was a joke.
Because he knows, everyone knows, that what she looks like doesn't matter. What matters is the arguments, the statements she makes, the questions she asks. Why not
Oh, yeah. The impenetrable arguments that she makes, of course.
engage with them? And I singled out the most important one. Why not engage with what she says about men getting naked in spaces supposedly reserved for real women?
Because where the fuck is this happening en masse? Like, where are all the fucking cis guys pretending to be trans women and getting naked and doing the fucking helicopter? Like, what do you think is happening? What do you think trans women do in the bathroom? Like, when we go to the... Do you think that me and the gang go into the women's restroom, pull down our pants, and just start doing the fucking helicopter? What do you think we do in there? Yo, I didn't die. Hello, Kanklemore.
And girls. Femyoz? He still hasn't answered. As I said, I didn't...
But I answered it now. I responded to the argument, which is basically the same argument that you presented a minute ago. So, there's your answer.
At the time, know who he was, and I was quite surprised that he responded at all. I didn't expect it. Kudos for trying, Femyoz. But no cigar. You don't look old enough to smoke anyway.
I'm 21! What the fuck do you mean? I'm a grown-ass adult!
He came back with, yo. Okay, he's definitely American. I love that word, yo. I wish I could say it
Dude, she loves the word yo.
without sounding like a ridiculous British person trying to sound
You already sound like a ridiculous British person.
cool. You're the weird TERF lady with goofy ass necklace I made fun of, right? I even had Calvin Garra on once to make fun of you with him. Sorry, you're talking about this pendant, the only one I ever wear on...
Yeah, it's like the TERF equivalent of the Sonichu medallion. It's fucking hideous. It's almost as hideous as your face.
videos. The one that gives the dictionary definition of the word woman.
Well, there's more than one dictionary definition, my friend. All right? I'll pull it up on Google. Okay? I've done this before and I'll do it again. All right? Because keep in mind that dictionary definitions are descriptive, not prescriptive. Right? So if we look here, right? Yeah, that's like the first one that shows up. But luckily, it's also the case that you know, there's multiple. Okay? Now this isn't personally the definition that I use, right? I don't think it adequately describes what a woman is, right? But here it says a person with the qualities traditionally associated with females. Okay? So that's one of the definitions. If you want to play the definition game, you can do that. Now, I think that a much more useful definition would be somebody that identifies with the feminine archetype in society. So, anyone that identifies within the feminine social archetype, essentially. Right?
Adult human female. That's what you call goofy ass. And you even got the very famous, what's his name, Calvin Garra to join you. And you spent 3.5 hours making fun of me for wearing a pendant that gives the globally understood and accepted definition of the word woman.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but there's not necessarily always going to be a single definition for a word that is universal across all periods of time, my friend. I hate to break it to you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But, that's just not how it works, my friend. It's just not how it works. But I digress. Also, we didn't spend 3 hours making fun of that one detail. It was funny, don't get me wrong, but, you know, 3 hours just making fun of that one, I don't know if I'd say minor detail. It is pretty egregious. You know, it sticks out like a sore thumb. But, you know, we didn't spend 3 hours making fun of that.
Femyoz, do you have the slightest idea of how much of a dick that makes you?
Oh no! I'm a dick! I'm a dick on the internet. No! Fuck! I thought I was the nicest person. I didn't realize that I had been making fun of people on the internet this whole time. No! God damn it!
Apparently not. Then he said to me, I asked you to debate me like a year ago, and you never responded. No, you didn't ask me to debate you, you lying little toe rag.
I did. I literally commented on it. I don't know. I don't remember if I did it on stream or not. I think I did it on stream. Now, maybe YouTube filtered it, but I am formally requesting you to debate me, all right? I'll even make a video. I'll make the 20-minute video debunking your stupid arguments.
Still dodging, or are you gonna go on my show and not?
But isn't it like easier for both of us to live stream and just fucking debate? Like, why wouldn't we do that? The live streaming is 1 billion times easier than making a video.
Be bitch made. What? I have no idea what that last bit means, but when I saw that
Dude, she doesn't even know what the phrase bitch made means.
response, even though I was just about to go to bed, I had to stay up for a whole 10 minutes longer, and I really resent this, to find any comments from him on my channel, and this was the only
Oh no, 10 whole minutes? What are you gonna do?
one I found. I posted it together with the response I'd made at the time and bid him good night. Now, today I've been really busy running around like a maniac. I've taken on 2 new, very shy, older foster cats. As some of you know, I'm a volunteer for the RSPCA, and I had to
Yay, one good thing that you've
drive
done.
to the cattery to collect them, which is miles away. So I've only just seen his
I guess that's one thing we have in common, is our love of animals.
response back to me, which says, cool, you've been, he's saying that again, you've been dodging me for like a year. That
Which is true.
wasn't my only comment. I know for a fact I asked you to debate me live. Maybe YouTube filtered it. Either way, I'd be so down to schedule a debate. I won't be mean if you want a civil convo, I promise. Oh my
It's true.
God. You think I've been dodging you? You think I've given you a split-second thought in the past
Yes.
year? Wow. Femyoz, what on earth makes you think you're so important? It's almost...
Well, I mean, if another content creator makes content about you, and they have at least some amount of audience, like, I mean, wouldn't you want to respond to them if you disagree with what they're saying, or what?
as if you have something...
All you gotta do is fucking live stream. Like, you know that debate live streams do well in the algorithm, right? Like, if you're so confident in your ideas, debate me on a live stream. I don't see why you don't do that. Debate streams do fucking well. Why would you refuse an opportunity to debate another YouTuber?
to say, some...
Like, I understand not doing call-in debates. It's like, yeah, I'd rather not debate Glup Shitto with 3 subscribers on YouTube because, like, they're probably just gonna join to fucking say slurs or whatever, right? But, like, if another YouTuber is saying you should debate me, then, like, yeah, why wouldn't you want to do that?
insurmountable reasoning that is going to change my mind and say, yeah, of course, the concept of woman can be reduced to a feeling, a performance that any man can do. Of
I didn't say it was a
course,
performance.
boys and men should be allowed to get into women's changing rooms and
I didn't say boys or men.
compete in women's sports. If you think that, then
Also, I don't care about the women's sports thing. I really don't give a shit about that. Like, how many trans... Oh, sorry, for the fucking 3 people. For the 3 trans women in women's
bring
sports.
it. What's stopping you? So he said he knows for a fact that he asked me to debate him live. Maybe YouTube filtered it. Yeah, right. All I can say is that he can't provide proof that any such request was ever made.
Well, I'm sorry if YouTube filtered it. I assume you're being honest here. Then, like, there's nothing I can do about that. YouTube filters comments arbitrarily all the time. But I do know for a fact I asked you to debate me. Right? I've done that with multiple people I've covered. And I know for a fact you're one of them.
And I don't believe him. He is behaving exactly how I would expect someone who's been caught out in a lie, backed into a corner, to behave.
But I didn't lie about it. I asked you to debate me. It's either the case that the comment went through and that you're lying, or it's the case that YouTube filtered it. Those are the only 2 possible scenarios.
What I would do if I were him is take something I've said, quote me exactly. For example, the definition of woman is adult.
I want you to quote me exactly. For example, the definition of woman. There you go. There's your fucking
Human
quote.
female, goofy ass slogan, or that men, regardless of how they identify, should not have access to women's bases.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll include clips of you in when I respond to you. Sort of fucking responses, right? When I make a more high effort response or whatever, not just to this, but this will just be like sort of the jumping off point. I could make a decent video that might do well in the algorithm. It's hard to say because like the short stream algorithm is very different from the video algorithm. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Or compete in women's sports, and make a video of, like I said, 20 minutes up to 25 minutes long, explaining why you think
25-minute maximum. Okay.
I'm wrong. You do that, and I won't be mean if you want a civil convo, I promise.
All right, dude, chat, we know what to do. All right, we've got content for days, like I said. All right. Now let's see what the comments have to say. All right, we're going to sort it by newest. All right. Hold on. I need to get some background music for when I read the comments, all right? She didn't make really any arguments about trans issues in this, I guess. Kind of a whole lot of nothing. It's very disappointing. You know, I was hyped up, you know, thinking that she was going to, you know, throw some zingers at me. She didn't really say anything. She didn't roast me back, really. She didn't make any actual arguments. So it's like this like weird middle ground where it's just a whole lot of nothing. Okay. Let's see. All right. There is nothing more male than some dude screeching and complaining about a woman minding her own business and also getting mad that oh wait, hold on, this is a British person, sorry. Let's try again, alright? Rewind. Oi, bruv! There is nothing more male than some dude screeching and complaining about a woman minding her own business and also getting mad that mummy isn't paying attention, yeah? I'm also cackling at the fact that you looked at the timestamp and said nope. Because girl, same. I would rather eat a boiled crock than watch all of that nonsense. Okay, well, I'm not asking you to respond. With what, your 422 subscribers? Well, unless you are an actual content creator, I don't care. As for, her minding her own business, no, she's like a very vocal, advocate, against me existing, essentially. So it makes sense that I would make fun of her. She publicly posts herself to the internet. She is not immune to criticism. But, anyways. Living inside the wee toots, head rent-free, lol. What is this? With these man boys that still talk like they're in high school toilets, trying to impress their mates. Mates who have gone on to mature into their bodies and minds. As CPT Main Waring would say. Silly boy. I'm gonna be real, I don't think about this bitch, when I'm not making content about her. Or planning on making content about her. Those were the only two times I ever think about it. The only 2 times. He's obsessed. Probably in love with you. Laughing emoji, heart emoji. No, I just think that she's fun and easy to laugh at. It's really that simple. Yes, you are very attractive. Sorry, not that you're... Not now, but we all get older, lol. No, but you're coping. A, she's not now, and B, she looks like she was 12 in that photo. Like, what the fuck? Men who identify as women are obsessed with women's looks for 2 reasons. Hold on. I make fun of anybody's appearance. I don't care. Man, woman, like, obviously you don't know shit about me, but, you know, I don't magically stop making fun of somebody's appearance as soon as they're a man, all right? Did you fucking see what I said about Leafy after Twink Death? Yeah, I don't hold back punches regardless of who you are. But obviously you're retarded, and you think that the only reason that somebody could possibly make fun of her appearance is because she's a woman. Yeah, that's the only reason they don't like you, alright? It's because they hate women. It's like, no, you're fucking delusional. I make fun of everybody. 1. They are obsessed with how women look because they are the same as all heterosexual men who are obsessed with how women look. No, I just make fun of people's appearances sometimes. It literally doesn't matter the gender. Like, what? They just come with an added autogynephilia fetish. Well, according to those standards, a lot of cis women also have an autogynephilia fetish, you know, on the basis of A, you know, making fun of the way that other women look, and B, the fact that if you use cis women as a control group in a study using Blanchard's standards for autogynephilia, most of those motherfuckers end up being autogynephiles as well. I know, crazy. Now let's see here. Oh, there's more. They follow it up, okay? They didn't say enough the first time. Debating on, quote-unquote, his show. Wait, hold on. If you're gonna put it in quotes, wouldn't you say her show? Like, what? Or wouldn't you want to put the quotes around show to, like... You're bad at this, okay? That's what I'm saying. Is definitely a bad idea. He will control the conversation. Dude, no! They're gonna use Destiny debate tactics. They're gonna ask rhetorical questions and use their magical debate bro powers. No! They're gonna channel the powers. They're gonna summon the debate bro spirits that came before them, alright? No! Don't do it! Bad idea! The fact that he is suggesting that shows how dumb he is. The only channel I would ever debate on is Modern Day Debate. Dog! She can live stream on her own channel. That's the thing we can... If she wants, she can set it up with we can set it up on Modern Day Debate. In front of a neutral audience. That's the thing we can do. I'd be down. If I'm gonna do it in front of that audience, I'm gonna do a lot more preparation. Right? Because that's like a new audience. I want to be really good in that. Destiny reference detected? Yeah, look, as much as I hate Destiny, I mean, that was the first thing that came to mind. It's like being like, no, you can't use your debate bro tactics. I mean, that's what the shit is. They seem fairly unbiased and will redirect the debate if it gets off track or becomes repetitive. Wait, that would work in my favor. That would benefit me. I don't think you realize. Because I could just make you answer a question. And if you veer off topic, then yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm a lot better at answering direct yes or no questions and then making an argument for why that doesn't prove your point to be correct than you will ever be. Guarantee you, she's just gonna weasel. You are mistaken if you think it is only AGB type trans who have female envy / obsession, or that serve any more or less threat to women and children in single-sex spaces. Well, okay. Alright. Sure. Agree that congratulating someone for passing is just celebrating the ability to deceive others. No! I have deceived you all! God damn it! I am the master of deception. No! The master of disguises! I'm using my dark magic, actually. I'm summoning the satanic spirits. The amount of these men who think they pass is just hilarious to me. The amount of posts I've seen from men with their best miniskirts, makeup, and wigs saying, imagine me in a men's space, I'd be at risk, while they look like a trucker in drag. Well, as someone that doesn't look like a trucker in drag, I would be at risk. I'm 5'6". I have no muscle mass. I can't do 10 push-ups. What the fuck do you expect me to do if I'm dressed like this? What do you want me to do? Just fucking go in there and hope I don't get hate crimes? Okay. Great. That's wonderful. Like, that's the easiest way to out myself as trans. Right? Like, yeah, if you're a terminally online freak, yeah, you'll probably be able to to analyze my bone structure and deduce that I'm probably trans or hear my voice. But A, you won't hear my voice in the bathroom, right? Generally pretty quiet in public. And B, most people aren't transvestigating. They're minding their own fucking business. The I'm at risk argument is such an absurdity. First of all, many of them would be intimidating to a lot of men. Okay, well, I'm not. I'm sorry. All right? I'm just not. Secondly, are they saying that all men who feel nervous should seek refuge in the women's toilets? No, but what I am saying is if you're a trans woman, you go into the men's restroom, you're a lot more at risk of getting assaulted in some way. Whereas it seems to be the case that there's no evidence suggesting that trans women are any more likely to be a risk to women than cis women in women's restrooms. That's why they'll just say men broadly are more of a risk, right? But even if you want to argue that, well, trans women are just like a subcategory of men, okay? Well, why don't you look at that subcategory of men, supposedly, and see what the actual rates of assault are in comparison to cis women? I don't see why you don't do that. But they are demonstrating utter contempt for women. That's so true. The only reason that you would ever go to the women's restroom as a trans woman is because you hate women, I guess. Because their reasoning essentially boils down to, I'm afraid of them, but I'm not afraid of you, so I don't care what you say. No, it's, if you look at the statistics, this is the obviously safer option. You fucking idiot. Ooh, we've got more. TIFs are so cringeworthy. The vast majority of them seem to have this fantasy of being some kind of teenage boy in a boy band well into their 30s. They all do this shirtless, burping, misogynistic thing because that's what men do, right? Few examples. ... Yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah, dude, that's all trans men do is burping and hating women. You know, the two main things that they do. All right? That's, dude, if you're a trans man, it's because you hate women. Anyways. Oh God. I know, right? I once started watching a no offense video. The first thing she said was, I've just had a really good shit. Yeah, that's called a joke. You know, that's what a joke is. I know you're devoid of fun. I know you're the fun police. And that you don't comprehend the fact that, yeah, maybe someone makes a joke at the beginning of a video sometimes. But, yeah, that's what that is. It's not like a genuine statement about how, oh, guys, I'm so excited about my shit. Like, do you need fucking tone indicators? Like, are you that fucking retarded? Like, I have to tell you if I'm being serious or not? Oh, Femyoz is being very serious. This is me when Femyoz is happy right now. Hey, Femyoz is angry right now. Grr! Like you're fucking, because you're fucking retarded and you need me to tell you with a tone indicator what I actually mean without taking the literal interpretation of what I'm saying and ignoring all context clues. Yes, that was a Sam Hyde iDubbbz reference. It's like, there's no winning with these people. If you embody stereotypes, oh, you're just trying too hard to embody these stereotypes. And then if you don't, it's, well, you see, it is biologically hardwired in your DNA to act like this in a non-conforming way. You can't have both. You can't have the cake and eat it. I often forgot how much these women do man caricature because I'm normally too far incensed by the Tims doing their woman caricature, but it really is so obnoxious. I did hop on a video game with a male friend who announced to me that he had just had sex. I asked him, did he need to let me know? because it doesn't happen very often, there was some dead air for a moment. So yes, actual men sometimes also say dumb things about bodily functions. They do tend to say to be quite immature. My 60-something-year-old husband doesn't talk like that. Yeah, maybe because, like, he's 60. Okay, all right. I mean, if your friend is also 60, then, like, yeah, maybe that's, like, a weird thing to bring up. I don't know, maybe they're autistic. Maybe they just can't read social cues. I don't know. Ever considered that? I watched all of those. Well, one of each. I'm going to have to watch some Buffy now as a cleanser. I did not realize that James... This has nothing to do with what the fuck... Like, what does this have to do with the subject at hand? Like, nobody gives a fuck about your whole side tangent. Anyways. Yeah, but I really think that's how most teenage boys... The key difference is that these TERFs are women! They're impersonating what they think boys and men say. No offense seems to think she's part of the cast of the in-betweeners. Or maybe he's just like a YouTuber that entertains people. But you ever considered that sometimes people make jokes to entertain people? Yeah, like sometimes joking about shit and piss is funny. Yeah, I know, crazy. Same is often the case as is often the case with troons. Be attempted to enter a battle of wits unarmed. Ah, yeah, a battle of wits. Ah, yes, the intellectual powerhouse, peak trans, who can't make a single argument that I haven't refuted at some point. But I will make I don't expect her to watch all my past live streams, so I'll make a video. Okay, this fucking freak made, quite a few comments, so we're gonna go through them. Does he expect you to crumble because he made fun of you? No, I wanted to debate me and actually allow me to create more of a content farm. I know, crazy. They expect us to clutch our pearls. I feel like you already do that. When I get these nasty comments, I point out that whenever a woman stands up to a male, says make always results to foul language and slurs. That's so true. Men in chat, can you confirm this to be the case? Dude, whenever a woman says something you disagree with, you guys say slurs in response, right? One in chat if you're a guy who loves saying slurs, all right? One in chat if you love slurs. That's right. Dude, us biological males, we love slurs. Oh, yes. That is our favorite response to everything. It's like, yes, I insult people on the internet because it's funny. It's like you guys claim to be in favor of women's rights, and here you are perpetuating sexist stereotypes. Only men can be aggressive. Women are biologically incapable. It's inscribed in their DNA not to be. Again, sexism is just the logical extension of biological essentialism, but these people are too stupid to realize that. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I say slurs as a joke, not to target people. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I have asked this question in a number of ways. I have also taken how they would feel about a 5-year-old daughter going into the ladies' facilities and seeing a 6-foot man in a bad wig, polyester dress, and size 16 high heels following her in. Okay, but it would be okay if that same person was following a boy into the men's changing room. Okay. Sure. I guess it's okay to diddle kids as long as they're not girls, according to this person. As long as they're boys, I guess. That's what this person believes. You know, we only need to take measures against weird predatory people that follow children around and are creepy or whatever. if they're doing it to a girl. You know, if it's a boy, who cares? You know, let the boy get raped. They'll get over it. You know, yeah, men can handle it. Like, okay, great stuff. Great stuff. Not one of them has gotten back to me. Yeah, sure. Lamau, you have to respond to everything he spouts, to anything, the entitlement. You know what, I'll make a 20-minute video. I'll make a 20-minute video. But alright. Free marketplace of ideas? He isn't the full shilling. Can't participate in it. Many marketplace? What the fuck does that even mean? I said the free marketplace of ideas is like a meme. Because it's like I'm sorry, it's just like a meme at this point. Because of how overused of a term it is. Like, what the, like, yeah, okay. Ooh, here's an interesting comment. Here's one talking about my looks. So no. And it looks like it's a woman based on the profile pic. Now, is it an attractive one? No, they're very ugly. You know, speaking of appearances. You know, if you look right here, this is the specimen we're talking about. She looks like a serial killer. She looks more male than I do. I would be interested in knowing what she hides in her freezer, to say the very least. But that's besides the point. She says the fact that he looks like a boy may be related to puberty blockers, which may be also responsible for his intellectual stuntedness. Well, that's that's a compliment in disguise. She thinks that I was on puberty blockers. She doesn't realize I went through puberty from ages 11 to 19. I started transitioning at 19, motherfucker. Dumbass. I mean, you accidentally gave me the biggest compliment ever. You're saying that I passed so well that I look like I've had puberty blockers. It's actually wild. I was going to suggest that myself. He's clearly not playing with a full set, whatever the cause. Or I just prevented twink death by going on HRT. Dude, they're comparing me to Jazz Jennings. Jazz Jennings is the same. Poor guy has the mentality of a 12-year-old. Can't believe how many people actually think taking blockers, then cross-sex hormones, but never going through puberty won't have a fully functioning adult brain. But you go through the puberty of the opposite sex. That's what HRT is for, you fucking idiot. That is puberty, dumbass. All right. Let's see here. The vast majority of trans people are white, middle-class Westerners. Aren't the majority of people in America also middle-class Westerners? Like, yeah, there's gonna be shithole countries where you're not allowed to be trans. Like, yeah, you can't come out in fucking Afghanistan. No shit. Well, yeah, in North Korea, yeah, in shithole countries, yeah, you're right, you can't come out. Yeah, that's why you don't see trans people there. It's not because they don't exist. It's because they're forced into the closet. You fucking idiot. It's a fad that has been perpetuated by social media, pushed by men who have found a way to get women to not only fawn all over them, but to do it while welcoming arms into the very few spaces women have to themselves. This misogynistic trend cannot end soon enough. Wait, hold on. So you're saying that women fawn over us and do so with welcoming and opening arms. So you would admit that women don't have a problem with us. It's just you specifically. You've just conceded that most women don't give a fuck. Most women don't care. It's just people like you. Doesn't your entire argument hinge upon this notion that, oh no, women are gonna feel so unsafe? But now suddenly, oh, actually no, women are welcoming them with open arms and are actually supportive. You know, aside from like a select few. But apparently being accepting of trans people is misogynistic. Like, okay, by that logic, wouldn't you also have to say that being accepting of trans men is misandrist? Or is that also misogynistic? Because everything is fucking misogyny to these people. It's like, damn. Oh yes, it's all about the adoration. Another reason why I misread because I forgot they were British. Oh yes, it's all about the adoration. Another reason why I don't want these absolute wankers to share toilets with me. Well, I can tell you one thing. I'm not using the same toilet as you, alright? I'm using a separate stall. I know that you're fucking British, and therefore you say toilets instead of bathrooms, but I had to, okay? It was too difficult to resist that, okay? I had to make that comment, alright? I will be expected to fawn over them and rejoice! Nobody is asking you to rejoice. People are just asking you to act like a normal human being. Bow to the wonder of his transness. No, I just want you to treat me like any other woman that exists. That's all I want. But alright. They are as bad as men in drag. What? Why is men in drag bad? Anyways. Let's continue. Remember Calvin Gareth from years ago? She's a trans-ID'd woman who used to bully other women in testosterone-fueled rages. She got real nasty with it. Wait. I thought you guys said that women were biologically incapable of insulting people. I thought you said women don't act like that. They would never hurl insults at other women. Make up your fucking mind, people. You can't have it both ways. You can't make both of these arguments simultaneously, you fucking idiot. She's like the physical embodiment of internalized misogyny. Yes, misogyny is when you make fun of people on the internet. That's so true. The only reason you would ever make fun of somebody that's a woman is it's on the basis of them being a woman. There's no other way it could possibly happen. And this person just straight up dead names him. Anyways. How dare you not be worshipping at his feet? Nobody is asking for that. Like, what are you doing? You're just arguing against the voices inside your head. But alright. Yes. Nothing says I've been socialized male when the comeback is putting down women on their looks. Yeah, dude, women never do that. Unless you're Calvin Gareth, who's totally a woman. Apparently, according to these people. But alright. Sure. Ironically, using the same scale of attractiveness, the Femyoz child, if he was a female, would be about rated at a 2. Look, I know I'm not a fucking model, but a 2 is a lie. I'm gonna be real. But alright. Or sorry, they're using my standard, apparently. Typical double standard. Male wants all females to be supermodels / fembots. No! I made fun of her for being an old, fat, ugly, wrinkly, disgusting piece of shit. I don't think that describes me. So I think I'm gonna be above whatever rating that... I didn't use a rating system. I think that a rating system is retarded, for the most part. I'd give her maybe like a 3, 3.5, 4 on a good day, maybe. At most. But definitely very below average. I'd say 3 to 3.5. Right? If you want me... But again, that's because she's, pretty gnarly looking. But the majority of them look like they got out of bed 5 minutes ago. Yeah, maybe I did. Oh, I was going through some of the comments earlier. This person says, you try... Or, sorry, I don't need to play the music. They're being reasonable. You using slang is fucking cringe, though, which, you know, I agree with. What slime? Your photo is fucking cringe. Okay, wait, let me take a... What's their photo? What's their photo? Hold on, I gotta open their thing in a new tab. No, it's not. No, she looks pretty good. I don't know what the fuck you're on about. I fuck with her hair. W hair. But anyways. Yeah, all the angry TERFs had to reply. Oh, look, an activist. Maria is gaining more traction. The way you look is cringe, mate. What a state. Well, we already dispelled that one. As cringe as a desperate man trying to be a woman, Jaga. Well, I look more like a woman than, you know, the peak trans motherfucker. But that's a pretty low bar, to be fair. She does not look very womanly. And right under that is, it's sad that the conversation always turns in to honest discussion. Or sorry, attacks rather than honest discussion. It seems that within trans activism, there's often a reluctance to engage with opposing viewpoints. Well, that's why I asked for a civil debate. Particularly when it comes to the concerns about allowing biological males into women's spaces. And that's simply because there's no good arguments that exist. No, it's just that you don't engage with them. Fucking idiot. As expected, they respond with tantrums instead of reason. I make fun of people because, I'm sorry, but I'm an entertainer first and foremost, okay? Making good arguments is part of what I do, so at least some of the time. But like, being an entertainer is the number one thing that I care about, alright? That will always be the number one thing that I focus on, alright? I care more about being funny than I do about being right. Now, I care about both of these things, and I also care about having good arguments. And a lot of time when stream dies down and the algorithm loses traction a little bit, I'll go more to the sort of, I don't know if I'd say debate side of things, but like the more, I guess like toned down, I don't know if I'd say intellectual, but like the more logical justification side of things rather than like broader sweeping statements. But to be fair, I made some quick rebuttals that took like a second to explain. It was like only a few sentences long. But anyways. Oh god. A creepy middle-aged AGP calls someone else cringe. How many filters you got on that photo, mate? Dude, I don't think that she's middle-aged. What makes you think that there's filters on the photo? But like, okay. Sure. Yeah. And you can find that strategy spanning across. Hold on, dude, I don't care. Dude, there's so many comments. Do we keep going? I think we should keep going, actually. Yeah, and you can find that strategy spanning across nearly all protests. It's a way to stay cohesive as a group. Tribalistic, reduces the amount of people who leave the group, because they market no communication as a way to stay safe. And if someone tries to talk to you, they are an extremist. Very cult-like behavior. Yeah, dude, there's no one who is trans or supports trans people that would ever debate, okay? Jovan Bradley doesn't exist. Hunter Avalon doesn't exist. Nobody that debates exists. All right, Dean Withers doesn't exist. There's just nobody out there to debate right-wing fucking retards. It's just impossible. Just too many irrefutable arguments, clearly. It's like, no, you just don't pay attention to them. Just contemplating being a man, putting on a dress and a wig, more trouble than some of the unshaven trans women take, and go into the female locker rooms, prisons, shelters, etc. Yeah, but like, how often is this happening? People usually just go in whatever restroom is safer, which is generally just whatever they look more like. You know, whatever they're seen as in society more often. You know? I can't begin to fathom how shameless one must be, how entitled and just total narcissistic hedonist, total without morals, empathetic ability, class, and character. It's so sick and depraved, but they don't care. Not only do they not get shamed, Many get celebrated and held up as victims. Yeah, some of us get fucking hate crimed. I know, it's crazy. The Mao, his name sounds like Femyoz in Russian. Yeah, sure. I just assume that person's British. These men in dresses are misogynistic, bigoted individuals who cry if someone dares question their delusional fetish existence. Look, just because you fetishize us doesn't mean that we all fetishize ourselves. Alright, stop fucking projecting, you actual freak. This real woman is a hero! And at least she is totally honest. Dude, she's a hero. Oh shit, we got a fucking base person saying she's utterly cringe and so are you. Oh, here's another comment. Sick of these arrogant, self-important trans morons. And she says, ignore us, we ignore you, which is true. Clearly you don't ignore us. Failing to force your trans BS on us and kids. Shame on you. Well, yeah, but, like, if you're talking about trans issues, then, like, yeah. Like, if you're, like, trying to say that, like, actually, trans women are men, and, should be forced to never transition, I guess. Alright? Fuck bodily autonomy. Fuck freedom. Alright? Transitioning is misogynistic, I guess, for reasons. I guess. But, yeah. Like, this isn't response. It's because you don't ignore us that channels like this exist. Are you really this dumb? Dog, I rarely see people that are on my side of the argument in comment sections like these, right? Like, this is, like, aside from, like, what? This one person. Okay, this shit is a fucking echo chamber. I thought you guys were against echo chambers. But sure. By assuming this comment applies to you, you admit to being a moron. Can you be more specific, please? Are you one born this way, or do you merely identify as a moron? Do you wave your moron flag? Do you have a moron recognition certificate? Or do you campaign for moron self-ID? What? All she did was say ignore us. Which is a good point. Like, why do you fucking obsess over us? It's like, yeah, we respond to the dumb shit you say on your public platform. Like, okay. No, you don't. Your entire livelihood is based on invading women's spaces, dude. It's like the invasion of Ukraine, but in women's spaces, apparently. Like, okay. And forcing people to comply with your delusions. Really? Delusions? Okay, what's my false belief? Anyways. I'm voting for the crazy TERFs. Parentheses, real women. Over lunatic radical trans activists every time! Okay. Yeah, good to know you'll waste your vote. And this person says, you are the deluded one. Conform to this deranged and very manufactured mass mania. True. Let's see. Thanks for the video. It's great to hear the voice of reason instead of the insane rants of the unhinged Abes. Abes? What the fuck is Abes? AIBS? Or sorry, AIBs? Like Abes? It's like AIDS, but like slightly different. Chat, we have Abes, alright? It's like super AIDS. Like, okay. Anyways. What you need to do with these long videos is to put the link in an AI program for a summary and then respond to the summary. Yes, AI. The irrefutable source of information that never makes any mistakes. You know, speech to text is always very flawless. AI summaries never make mistakes, but sure. Okay, this person left a comment saying, all women are real, both cis and trans. Even though some try to label it as unreal, there are still real women. That includes Femyoz. Hey, that's me! Woman and man are gender terms, and gender is not the same as genotypic sex. Gender is a neurobiological and social identity. A deeply rooted sense of self. Hey! Yo! Thank you, Ethan George, for the 50 gifted memberships, you beautiful fucking bastard. God damn! Holy shit. Oh my god. You could say your biological sex, aka genotypic sex, is female, but that doesn't give you the sole ownership of the word woman. Femyoz is an adult human with a female gender identity. I wouldn't use the word female, actually. I would say that female is a sex term, woman is a gender term. But I agree with the overall point that they're making. Just like a minor discrepancy. And a phenotypically feminine body. That makes her a woman. I don't think that whether or not my body is phenotypically feminine determines whether or not I'm a woman. But I do agree that the identity does. She's not pretending, she's being exactly who she is. I'm in my mid-50s. I truly admire how Gen Z approaches gender. It's freer, more authentic, and more compassionate than many older frameworks. True. What I don't admire is how narcissistic traits show up in these debates. The constant need to value others in order to feel righteous or real. Narcissists don't genuinely connect with others. They need enemies to feel strong. That's not strength. That's fear in disguise. Which is exactly what these people do. And then they deflect and they're like, no, you're attacking me because they needed to fucking play victim constantly. When it's like, no, you're the one targeting us in the first place. We're just responding to the dumb shit you say, and you don't like our response to it. Like, you make yourself enemies, and then we respond accordingly. Instead of gatekeeping identity, why not just be curious and kind? Why not accept people who know you themselves better than we do? Very true. So, let's see here. So this person responds by saying, real people, yes. Man/woman referring to gender, no. It doesn't matter how much you feel that. It will never be true and is not true. Okay, so what would you use to describe the socially constructed phenomena that is derived from sex but not sex in of itself? What word? If only there was like a word to describe that. Anyways, femininity and masculinity are more about gender. Okay. So if you agree that sex and gender are different, then is woman exclusively a sex? What gender am I? What gender am I then by this framework? Oh, now suddenly gender is a sex term, so you're flip-flopping. Female and male are about biological sex, all species. Yeah, I agree that the terms male and female can be used to describe that. Men and women are inherently social categories. Right? Men and women is for biological sex within our species. Do not lie. The reason why women have been considered less is because of biological sex. Stop trying to change history. Yeah, it's only biological sex, nothing social. Women are just inferior, is the logical conclusion to that. Obviously, that's not the case. Like, physically, yeah, they're biologically at a disadvantage, right? And that may be what started that discrepancy. Right? But considering the fact that, like, beyond physical labor, there's not really a significant discrepancy. Like, I mean, the difference between a real man and a real woman has always been sex. We aren't buying into your misogynistic cult's BS. Femyoz is a male pervert and a misogynist bully, as are you. Chat, I'm a misogynistic bully. Apparently. Yo, I need to piss. I'm gonna be right back. I really need to pee. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be right back in like a minute. Also, it's like a million degrees in here. Like, holy shit. But yeah, anyways. Be back in a minute. Don't leave me. Don't abandon me, chat. Oh, man. Oh my god, dude, the gifted memberships are still going off. Holy shit. That's a lot of gifted members. Oh my god. And, oh, I really needed the pit. Hassan stream? True, except there wasn't a video essay playing in the background. That's like the main distinction. Also, this bra is like way too tight now. What the fuck? I swear it wasn't a month ago. What the fuck? This is my larger. This is a larger one. This is one of my larger that I've had for a while. And it was like, oh, it was like large on me for the longest time. What the fuck? Hi Femi, it's me, Lobby of Hobbies. My old account was deleted by YouTube because by coincidence. I had the same name as another channel. Can you give me mod status, please? If you DM me on Discord saying it's you, then I will. So yeah. Just as like a way to verify that. Oh my god, I'm getting so many DMs. Holy fuckamole. Okay. Okay, yep, that's you. Alright. Give me a second. Alright. Oh, man. Alright, I think we have a few more comments to read, and then... No, wait, no, not pin the message. Add as moderator. Why did I almost pin your message? Okay, there you go. Congratulations. Yes, of course. I did. That sucks that YouTube deleted that. Also, thank you for 200 likes, everybody. Alright, this shit is dying in the algorithm, so I'm gonna finish this segment. And then I'll restart stream, I guess. Yeah. I'm not gonna end stream, restart it, and then, like, do the same fucking thing. I'm not reading this whole reply chain. Let's see.
You're giving this little toad too much credence. Ignore him. It's an entitled little toad, demanding answers and response from a woman.
Dog, I don't know why you keep harping on the fact that she's a woman. Like, yeah? Who fucking cares? I would do the same thing if it was a dude. What difference does it make? I've pestered dudes for debates as well. I pestered the quartering. Dude, I literally left like the fucking meanest comment I possibly could to the quartering. Well, maybe not the meanest, but the funniest. I think I said something like, what did I say? It was like, greetings and salutations, Jeremy the basement floor pisser, because he's known for pissing in his basement drain. Fucking disgusting. And he had to get back to his game because he's a fat neckbeard. I guess, yeah, so it started out with greetings and salutations, Jeremy the basement floor pisser. And then it was something, dude, I don't remember. Quartering is pretending to care about the Epstein files now. Oh yeah, and I know for a fact he doesn't. Right? I mean, dude is just doing this shit for money. He doesn't give a fuck. Catch you on the flip side, dog. Yeah, I'm not ending stream yet.
Gorgeous then, gorgeous now. Admire your wit as always.
Dude, it's not good to lie. But 8 hours of video time. Dog, they were live streams with timestamps. It wasn't 8 hours in 2 streams dedicated to exclusively this bitch, okay? It was like 1 to 2 hours, I think. I mean, this stream is I was about to say 2 hours because he's been streaming for 2 hours, but there was a just chatting segment before this. And this is just like reading the comments. Like in terms of amount of time spent, like actually responding to the video, I mean, anyways. What an attention-seeking stalker. Dude, anyone that makes fun of me on the internet is a stalker. This is like a Chris Chan argument. I take it that obsessing over JKR must have gone out of fashion. No, it's just that I don't do things based on whether or not they're popular. Like, what? I'm literally known for being a contrarian. That's what the commentary community knows me for, is being contrarian. And going against the grain.
Well responded, Maria. You've given him more time than he deserves. He is jealous that thousands of us love your obnoxious TERF. But I have never even heard of this brat.
Dude. They even talk like old people. Like, holy shit. Like, tell me you're 65 plus without telling me you're 65 plus.
Yeah, YouTubers make these crazy long live streams because they can get donations off of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a problem with that? Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, we got 50 gifted memberships simultaneously. Like, yeah, no fucking shit. No fucking shit.
No TRAs can answer this Stannyland question.
Well, I answered it. I already answered it.
I've heard you look trans, which is such a self-own.
No, it's just proving, like, yeah, that you're a fucking hypocrite. You're more clocky than me. Like, what happened? We can always tell when you look more masculine than I do. Like, okay. Is this somebody that looks trans? Hold on, let's see. Let's click on their account. Let's see if Little Cat Feet looks trans. I mean, they definitely look dysgenic. I don't think she looks trans. I think she just looks like she has fetal alcohol syndrome. But, you know, teach their own, I guess. Sorry, where was I? So somebody says because it forces one into an incorrect paradigm, anyone educated will refuse to answer it for that reason. It assumes things to be true that are incorrect. Okay, I agree with this, sort of, right? But I explained what the paradigm was and why it's based on faulty premises, right? I explained what the faulty premises were. I think that if this bitch wanted to have a better response, she should have included that, though, to be fair. She's not wrong. And then this person's like, what's the paradigm and what's incorrect about it? And that's why you gotta have the response that I did.
Maria, you're a legend. 3.5 and 4.5 hours long. Lemafau! Brilliant.
TERF on sister. Dude, TERF on sister. TERF on sister. TERF on sister. Yeah. Sister, but spelled with a C. Because you're like a cis woman. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I forgot that sister was like a, or sorry, cis was a slur. Or something. According to Elon Musk. These people probably also think it's a slur. Maybe that's what she meant when or I don't think it, or no, it wasn't Peak Trans that said it. It was one of her fans was like saying, "Oh yeah, dude, they resort to saying slurs." Maybe the slur in question was cisgender. In which case, that's not a slur. That's just like a factually correct statement. It just means not trans. Anyways, I do wonder why you even bother to reply to someone who is so insignificant. What? It's two YouTubers talking about each other. That's like, people do that all the time for content. Well, wow, that's so incomprehensible. This must be some new age, internet stuff that only someone equipped with the internet knowledge from the r/Markiplier subreddit would ever understand. These hecking 4chan trolls. Anyways. How can you debate this guy on his own channel when he clearly can't be trusted? She can live stream her end of it, you fucking moron. Like, do you think she's incapable? Maybe she is incapable of live streaming. I thought you guys thought this bitch was smart. Clearly she's not. If she doesn't even know how to do a live stream. Yo, wait, this person gendered Calvin Guerra correctly. Let's fucking go. Anyways. I'm sorry, but imitation knockoff David Bowie wannabe says what? Seriously, I have no idea what he's saying. Bitch made? I suppose he meant to say bitch mode. No, I meant to say bitch made. I think it's pretty obvious what that means. Like, if I call somebody bitch made, what do you think that means? Basically another way of calling you a fucking pussy. That's what it means, dumbass. What a ridiculous boy. Oh, look, it's an old person. Who would have guessed? Here, let's see. Let's open. No, wait, hold on. Open link in new tab. All right, let's see. What does she look like? Oh, never mind. I thought that was her face. Oh. Wait. Chat, we might have found a new rabbit hole. Dude, my first video, does she talk about trans people? Yo. I hope she talks about the disgusting evil troons. No, it's just that all I'm gonna say is she looks a lot more masculine than me. You know, she like trying to roast my appearance by saying wannabe David Bowie or I don't know who the fuck that is. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, you don't look like a woman.
I am no good at this,
or sound like one.
And evidently, my desk is...
She looks like a Bond villain? You're so right! You're so right! Like one of those, like, sniveling coward, like, greedy Bond villains that's, like, doing it for money. And, like, they've got, like, a shit ton of money from, like, their illegal activities, and they've got, like, a white cat. And it's like the dramatic scene of them being like a mustache twirling villain and petting their cat. Like, my plan is coming into fruition. I mean, she looks more like one of those than she does like an actual woman. And she's saying that I'm not a woman?
A storage area. Yes, it is. That's all right. Let's go with what we've got. Well, he started out all right.
You know, I do like her mustache. You know, it's pretty cool. It's a nice mustache.
didn't necessarily end on a banger of a note. Since my mother
Yeah, it's a
passed
woman, because the only way I knew this, I thought it was, I would think it's an old guy, but it says older woman in the thing. And,
away back in February 23rd, which was
me not knowing David Bowie makes me feel old. Yeah, well, this person's old and new. You're basically like this person.
8 days after my 60th birthday. I've had a whole
You're only 60 and you look like this? Jesus Christ, you're not aging well. Holy fuck. God damn. Bro's got those Trumpster Bob genetics. Yeah, her left neck is growing.
all manner of things.
Bro, look at her fucking, her like, it's like uneven. Like her neck flaps are uneven. It's like she has like a fucking tumor going out of her chin.
Dredging up.
Dude, she has a tumor going out of her chin. Does she realize it? She's gonna be like, boss, I have a cancer, boss. It's in my chin. It's in my chin. It's at the very tip of my chinny chin. Boss, I have a cancer. Damn, that. If anyone in chat doesn't get that reference, then I feel old.
Up from my subconscious. Oh great, I've got help.
It's not a tumor, dude. What is that fucking skin flap? Why is it like only on one side?
God.
I mean, well, obviously it's in the middle as well, but it's like disproportionately.
This is a train wreck.
Not as much of a train wreck as the skin drooping off of your chin.
That's gonna be the best thing about this video, I guarantee it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I had the idea. Normally, I'm very reluctant to. Oh my God! Would you stop stepping on the keyboard? Just sit. I had the idea.
Okay. All right. One redeeming quality: she has a cat and doesn't seem to be abusing the cat. But she's still like a transphobic freak. So
Since I'm actually very reluctant.
bro, I fucking hate when these people like show off their like pets because it's like, dude, I'm in being an asshole on stream mode, okay? And like animals are like my soft spot, okay? Dude, I've always been an animal lover my whole life. Like I've always loved dogs and cats. There's like the sweetest, most innocent little things ever. Right? Okay? But I'm not trying to be soft right now, okay? I'm trying to be tough and edgy, all right? All right, I can be soft later off stream.
To show myself on camera.
It's a xenomorph. Oh, it's the xenomorph infant trying to bust out. The stomach was a no-go.
Obviously not some kind of a...
What do you mean? Shouldn't the stomach have plenty of room?
A raving beauty here. So I was like, I don't know, it just struck me that, fuck it, people who,
You know, I know that Joe Biden has dementia and whatnot, but like, I don't know, this woman talks like she has super dementia.
aren't
This is 1.25 times speed, by the way.
photogenic or, well-spoken,
We know.
or whatever else.
We know you're not good at anything, okay? You suck at everything. You're ugly and fat. And you suck.
That aren't one of the stellar ones. We have the right to express ourselves too. It's kind of one of those things like that
Yes, so do I.
expression that music was better when ugly people were making it. Well, I'm not entirely sure that.
Wow, such a brave take. It's actually better that more people are able to make music.
Web content will be better when I'm making it. But what the fuck? Just so as you know,
You should meet my mom. She's a Karen. Damn. Is it this bitch?
I'm completely.
This is unwatchable. Yeah, I want to see. Okay, does she do, like, anything interesting? Dude, maybe she does. Maybe she got not a happy one. Dude, I wanna find out why she isn't happy. All right, her most popular video has 82 views. Okay.
Okay, right then. Tonight I am not gonna kid myself by pretending I have an audience to say hello to, because I know I don't.
Did she just say she's... Huh?
Okay, right then. Tonight I am not gonna kid myself by
Oh, kid myself. I thought she was suicide betting. Okay, I'm glad I replayed that.
pretending I have an audience to say hello to, because
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy either if I looked like that.
I know I don't.
Okay?
I guess the only reason I'm doing this is
We get it, you're lonely and pathetic. Get to the point.
I wanted to acknowledge someone who had been in our lives.
Holy shit, talk faster, you suck at this.
Time.
Dude, you make the quartering sound like a fast talker by comparison.
This 21-year-old cat, we had to have him put to sleep. He had cancer. He
Oh my god, it's 1.4 and you're still slow!
He was expected to. But he just, it finally...
Okay, I don't care, dude. He got cancer and died. R.I.P. Bozo. Alright, dude, you're like... You suck at this. Okay, does she... Dude. My full moon tarot reading for June. 52 minutes long. On being a shy weirdo. Okay, I wanted to talk about herself.
Alright, good afternoon, people. It's a Sunday, and...
Dude, I love the Zoom call blur background effect. It's great.
I've blurred the storage room behind me a little bit. Let's see if I can get me a little more front and center, because it's all...
Told you there was cancer involved. Yeah, but like that's somebody else having cancer.
Anyways, so I blurred the storage room. I'm still trying to figure out the possibility of how to put in like
Don't care. Get to the point, stupid.
because there's
I want to hear about why you're like a disgusting, pathetic loser that nobody wants to be friends with.
sometimes people stream during the week. A lot of the time they do, but
I don't care. Just
don't get
talk.
much-
Dude, I clicked on it because the title is on being a shy weirdo. Okay, I want to know why you're a disgusting, pathetic loser that nobody wants to be friends with.
Why not?
Side note, your bangs look beautiful, girl. Thank you, dude.
Something where people can come by and feel like they're
What's a TERF? Trans exclusionary radical feminist. It's basically just people that hate trans people and will say you're misogynistic if you support trans women existing.
in it with somebody, even if that somebody's just me. Writes stories, and this guy probably somewhere on the autism spectrum or what have you, and he was saying the way things are now, it's really hard for somebody who's just kind of a reclusive weirdo to...
Well, at least she admits it.
I've got to
You're very cute, thank you.
butt back. Hold on a second. Pause.
Why is she blurring her horde of hoarder stuff? Probably because it looks like this fucking same as like Nova Online's room or like Cyrax's room. That's probably what it looks like.
Okay, there we go.
Like we can already tell, like based on what it looks like in the background. She says it's the storage room, but I know she's full of shit. All right, dude, she's just fucking hoarding a bunch of shit she doesn't need.
That probably would have been amusing for you, but it wasn't.
Like storage for what? Like why is there so much shit in there?
Wasn't exactly graceful for me.
Why is your computer in the storage room?
In fact, I may have to switch this cushion. Anyway, I'll finish telling one
I'll be charitable and assume it's a laptop, but
story, and
still.
then I'll get back to the other thing.
She looks like Roseanne.
So classic talking
It's almost as bad as Asmongold. I won't do her that dirty.
person with ADHD that go off on tangents. Anyways, but yeah,
Yeah, she's going off on tangents. Well, now we know why the video is 22 minutes
it
long.
is. It is hard if you're kind of... Alright, I'm just gonna scoop my butt.
Oh, dude, your life is so hard.
This cushion...
Dude, it's so hard being a fat, pathetic loser that stays inside all day and hates trans people.
Maybe getting to the point where, like I said, I gotta switch it. But yeah, if you are kind of a... someone who'd rather fade into the background, it's...
Bro, it's like, dude, okay, is it just me, or does her chin kind of look like a beard almost? Right? Like it's shaped kind of like a long beard. It's like Santa Claus, but if his beard was replaced with chin. Right? Is that just me? I feel like dude, I think I'm onto something.
I want people to be interested in my stories. I don't want anybody to be looking at me.
Get hurt, dude. Yeah, fucking hide that shit. Hide that shit.
I just...
Oh, nope, she's gonna show it off more.
I keep trying to find the right spot for this camera. Then I end up having to move myself. And I don't know.
I would tell this woman to get a life, but I think the ship's already sailed on that, yeah.
That's not good either. Anyhow.
Look, my room is not the best, but, like, it is not a fucking... I'm not hoarding shit.
So...
Alright, I can tell you that much. Like, there's, like, stuff around, but it's, like, stuff that I actually fucking use on, like, a day-to-day basis, or, like, at least, like, a weekly basis or some shit.
If anybody thinks that I wanted to be doing this at my age, which doesn't mean there aren't 60-year-olds out there who are perfectly outgoing and want to put themselves out there, and they're the...
We get it, you're a pathetic loser, you have no friends.
Butterfly of the ball and whatever else.
Yes, we get it, you're like, you're unlikable and you suck.
And I don't want to be doing this, but,
Dude, oh no. She doesn't want to be doing this.
The way things are,
she's, like, so desperate for external validation. And, she got it. She got 3 views and 2 likes, and one of them was her. The other one was probably her alternate account.
Like, people expect to be able to see you and interact with you somehow, and, well, I don't really want that, but, I guess that's the way it is, baby. So here I am. And I'm trying to make it more interesting, to get to the point where I make it more interesting than just...
Yeah, wow, that's some really interesting stuff. Unfortunately, you're fucking boring as shit. You suck. You have no talent at anything. You're a fucking loser. There's no redeeming qualities. Yeah, anyways. But, anyways. Let's see. Just stupid. He really needs to get off the affirming care and face reality. He won't like it, but reality is unavoidable. The reality of what? Because the reality of the matter is that, gender affirming care saved me from twink death. So I don't have to look disgusting like you people. I actually get to be comfortable in my skin and like the way that I look to an extent. I mean, I'm not devoid of insecurities. All right. I'm still insecure. Right. But, like, I feel more like myself. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's more like a normal person's insecurities. Like, I used to conflate insecurity with dysphoria. But at the end of the day, that was just dysphoria. Like, that's a lot worse than insecurity. So it's like, any insecurity I have to deal with now, it's like, yeah, I look like shit. It's like, it's not the same. It's like, yes, I look like an ugly woman, though. Alright? And that's like... And you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that insecurity over gender dysphoria. You know what I mean? Like, when I look in the mirror, sometimes I see a guy, sometimes I see an ugly woman, sometimes I'm like, damn, I actually look hot today. That's nice. You know, I feel confident. Right? Those are the 3 modes of being, alright? I don't know. I feel like it's because I look fairly androgynous. I feel like I have a pretty reasonable idea of what I look like. And obviously different people are going to see me differently, but like I'm somebody that I think I can go either way in terms of what I look like. Anyways. Is your hair real? Because I want to pull it back while you look back at me, girl. I'm back, Femi. Yo, welcome back. You are much BS yourself. Thank you for sharing. Great stuff. Hi, Femi. I have bad Wi-Fi. And the spinny circle of doom is starting to appear, so see you on the flip side. You submissive attention whore. I'm not submissive. Shut up. Anyways, there's more comments to read, okay? And then we're gonna finish this segment, alright? Thank you for always proving me right when I decided to give up on males decades ago. Dude, this is what I mean. These people just hate the male sex, right? It's not about women's rights. It's just, I hate men and anything that I perceive to be a man. That's what these people think, right? That's why they're worried about like a pedophile raping a little girl in the women's restroom, but not about them raping a little boy in the men's restroom. Because they don't give a fuck about anyone of the male sex. These people are evil. Again, like I said, all of the fucking hilarious, easy to laugh at, man-hating feminists, they all became the TERFs of today, right? And they're still very easy to make fun of, and they still hate men, right? But they also hate trans people. But it's more socially acceptable to hate trans people than it is to hate men. So what do? Well, they specifically target trans people instead of men. You know, I don't know why you would attack trans people. It's like, oh yeah, dude, we fucking control the patriarchy, actually, is us trans women, I guess. You know, don't fight the corporate billionaire CEOs that actually have power. Fight random trans women. That'll fix the issue. You look amazing for late 60s, but it does make me sad to hear. We need you for at least several more decades. She does not look good for late 60s.
Did his request for a debate include a death threat or something? Because otherwise, YouTube wouldn't delete it.
Dude, YouTube deletes comments all the time. What are you talking about? I've had so many people like tell me, Femyoz, stop deleting comments. And it'll be some random shit that I never saw. I never deleted. I don't fucking delete comments. Right? If someone says something real vile, then yeah, maybe I'll fucking hide user on channel. If they say something where it's like, yeah, that's some like TOS shit, okay? We're not having people break TOS in my comments, I guess. But other than that, it's like, yeah, I don't people will say, dude, this is just like a reasonable thing to say. I don't know, YouTube probably filtered it as spam. I know that like I've had issues where like someone has asked me what my Discord is on their channel because like they want to debate me, and then I'll say it, and then like the fucking comment will get deleted. Like I won't hear back from them. I'll check and I'll be like, did my comment get deleted or some shit? They said they wanted to debate me, or like they agreed to it and asked me for my Discord, and then I go on an alt, and then sure enough, it's not there. So it's like, I don't know, it's fucked. It's dumb. It's stupid.
Jesus, wonder what had happened to Calvin Guerra. She was Blair White's sidekick at one time. She was hated by more TRAs than you, lol.
Yeah, because he has fucking actual clout. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, he had clout. Yeah, he's since then, like, denounced people like Blair White. Alright, he's not a trans medicalist freak anymore. Alright?
Juvenile insults, ironically coming from boys who were themselves bullied off the playground in school.
Wait, I thought you guys were the we care about arguments people whenever someone insults. Hold on. But, apparently I got bullied, but this guy with the fucking rapist pedophile stare didn't. Like, okay, I'm sorry, but like, dude, this guy fucking rapes people, okay? Alright? This guy goes around and fucking rapes people with that hat on, alright? I guarantee it, alright? Hat stays on in the bedroom with the non-consenting child. Okay? And this is the face that he makes. Alright? There's no way he does it. No way he doesn't. He chose to make this his profile picture. Yeah, definitely a MAGA supporter. Right? He's probably somebody that's in favor of covering up the Epstein files, because he likes having somebody just like him in office. But yeah, damn. That is a terrifying scare. Terrifying stare. But apparently I'm the somehow magically threatening women by existing. But not this guy. This guy is safe to be around women. This guy is totally not a fucking look at him, dude. I'm sorry. All right? I would be terrified in his presence. I'd be scared that he's gonna rape me. Anyways, let's continue. And he wonders why we questions if he has the maturity to make such serious and enduring decisions. Dog, I'm an adult. What the fuck do you mean? I'm 21. But one only has to look at Evie Amati and how successfully transitioning was for him. Evie went on a rampage after a failed Tinder date. Apparently the lesbian didn't find her/him attractive. Thus, heads must roll. Yeah, I don't believe that happened. Or if it did, it was a fringe case. I'm sorry, this shit just doesn't fucking happen. So somebody reasonable... So again, I read a few of the comments. This is one of the ones that I saw. It is incredible how your channel only focuses on attacking trans people while there are straight men out there who rape and kill women. That's true. You know? For example, people that look like this. That, like, this is the type of person that rapes and kills women. Alright? And enjoys doing it. Alright? You should be focused on this guy. Alright? Why the fuck are you focused on me? Weird shit. Weird shit, man. What's incredible is believing women have a penis and Adam's apple. Yeah, they can. Yeah, some women do. Fucking cry about it. She certainly doesn't ignore those straight men like Isla Bryson. Is that a trans woman? Alright, or is that like a straight guy? I'm so confused. Never heard of that person before. And then this person says, women have Adam's apples. Everyone does. Which is true. Get this, are you focusing on grooming gangs attacking working class schoolgirls? If not, why not? Huh? Just like a deflection. They're just like, they're saying, like, why are you attacking innocent people when there are people that actually do the things that you're supposedly attacking them for? Fucking idiot. She calls herself peak trans. The clue is in the name. Yeah, we get it. She's obsessed with trans people. Straight men. I ate ratty wig in the men's toilets. Or sorry, in the women's toilets are doing just that. Yeah, dude, that's so happening all the time. Autogynephile men are straight men. Autogynephilia isn't real unless you are willing to concede that cis women can be autogynephiles. I'm sorry. It's fucking stupid as shit. Anyways. Let's see. There are indeed many such straight men out there, but consider UK statistics of those incarcerated. 78% of those who call themselves trans are in prison for sex offenses. Literally, where the fuck are you getting that statistic? Just over 4 times the rate of other men in prison. That's enough of a difference to suggest a correlation between the trans fetish and the crimes you speak of. Literally, where are you getting that statistic from? And Peak Trans herself responds saying, why isn't that amazing? Most men who identify as transgender are heterosexual. Men who don't identify as transgender don't demand to be in spaces reserved for women. Yeah, except you have no statistics to demonstrate that the notion that trans women are more likely to be a fucking risk in women's restrooms. Like, I'm sorry, if a cis guy wants to pretend to be trans to get into the women's restroom and rape the woman, they can already do that without pretending to be trans. You know they can do that, right? They can just walk in there. They don't have like a fucking security force outside the bathroom, you fucking idiot. They don't have chromosome scanners at the outside of the bathroom. That's how that works. But yeah, I guess these people will just make up statistics. Femi does have cute locked down. Dangerously cute. Yes, the transgenders are dangerous. It's true. Dude, I am a danger to society. Looks matter for porn-brained, narcissistic AGPs in love with themselves. Yeah, so true, King. Women don't ever care about their looks at all. They don't give a fuck. They just throw on a t-shirt and call it a day. That's what all women do. They don't care about their looks at all. That's why they spend hours doing makeup and picking out outfits. That's so true. But us AGP men pretending to be women, you know, we do that because of our porn-brained, narcissistic AGP brains. Attraction is the appeal for them. But I'm not even attracted to myself at all. I'm sorry, but, like, I'm the last person that I would have sex with. That'd be like incest, right? That'd be like if I had sex with my twin or some shit. Like, if I had a twin, but, like, it's just the same shit. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. That shit's nasty. Also, I'm attracted to dominant women. That's all I'm gonna say. But they're hopelessly biased in favor of their auto-attraction. Yeah. That's so true, dude.
The sissy hypno porn got to me, bro. It's so sad. Guys, I'm detransitioning, and, so, you know, I'm actually a porn-brained autogynephile, and, you know, I was scrolling through Pornhub, and, you know, I found out about the sissy hypno porn, and I didn't know what it was, and, you know, that shit got to me. It hypnotized me and made me believe that I was somebody that I was not. And, you know, I would spend hours gooning to the sissy hypno porn, and then I realized that I had to take HRT in order to make this lifestyle a reality.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Feel like there's gotta be somewhere out there that said some crazy shit like that. Anyways. I heart you. I'm a 71-year-old gay man in the USA. You're a 71-year-old gay man in the USA? Holy shit, that's incredible. You want a high five? Dude, do you want me to give you a fucking high five? A pat on the back? Let's see, what is it? No, on the topic of appearances, what is this 71-year-old man? Hopefully he doesn't look at, oh. And he also looks like a rapist. That's wonderful. That's great. Who would have guessed? All of, like, the weird transphobic men look like actual rapists. And he also has videos, I guess. Dude, he quit smoking again. Why still quit smoking? 2019. Dude, apparently this was him at 61 in these old videos. That's a decade ago. Looks like ass then, too. Dude, at first I thought that's pooping and I was about to click. What is this? I'm gonna do the one without a title. What does he do? Does he do anything interesting? Dude, he's so proud of this. He's so proud of this that he had to upload it as a video. When someone says the butler did it, they were referencing that guy. Damn. Is this the whole video? Dude, he's so proud of himself.
Open on the Atlantis. Oh,
come on, show us.
Let's see, that was all the way open on the Atlantis.
Damn, that's incredible.
at a 20
Hell yeah, I used to do this shit like back then. Vape Nation.
watt.
Yeah, but when H3 did it, it was funny. This guy did it. Wait, that's. I know he looks British, but he sounds American.
On the IPV.
Show your
Mini.
teeth, buddy. Oh, his teeth are fucked. Yeah, I didn't see much, but I did see enough. Yeah. Show them pearly whites. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, that's incredible. That's great. He looks like a Nazi. He probably is. So, yeah, this guy uploads nothing content as well. Let's see. Are there any other interesting comments? To criticize the looks of a woman is never appropriate in my world of view. Wait, what about the looks of a man? So it's okay to make fun of the way a guy looks. You know, make fun of him because he's fat, autistic, or riddled with acne. I don't care. But as soon as you say it about a woman, now that's where I draw the line. That's too far. Okay.
It's always done in an attempt to upset the woman. And as this person seems to be a trans woman, why the hell would you want to do that?
It's always done in attempts to upset that woman, as opposed to when you insult the looks of a man. You're trying to do it because the man likes when their looks are insulted. You know, us biological males, we love it when people insult the way we look. It's our favorite. You know, we love it when people do that. But only women hate it.
Okay. Why the hell would you want to do that? The mental gymnastics required to square that circle are Olympic level.
What circle? I make fun of everybody's appearance. What the fuck are you on about?
Their age definitely comes into it.
They really don't want to debate. Well, I do, but I also want to make content. It comes from a place of frustration. No, it's just low-hanging fruit that's easy to laugh at, idiot. Rather than think about the argument. Or, sorry, think about the topic and formulate arguments if they so choose. But I do that as well. It's easier to simply lash out with hurtful comments or comments intended to hurt. Yeah, but like, why not do both? Like, they're not mutually exclusive, you fucking idiot. If the person in the video sees my comment, oh, that's me, and thinks, yeah, another TERF, well, you couldn't be further from the truth. Okay. The difference between us is that I respect women. Dude, chat, we have a woman respecter. Dude, he's tipping his fedora right now because of how much he respects women. You know, making fun of men's appearances is fine. But you're not allowed to make fun of women because that's misogynistic. Well, you're only allowed to make fun of an ugly man, not an ugly woman, alright? That's the standard being set here. Alright? You're not allowed to call a woman fat and ugly when she's fat and ugly. Alright? That's too far for these people. The difference between us is that I respect women, appreciate the nuance in society and biology, which gives me inherent advantages on many levels. I have taken the time to understand what I am and what I am not, what I can change and what I can't, where I should be and where I shouldn't be, where I belong and where I don't. Dude, he's just saying a whole lot of nothing. I'm not criticizing you, and I don't have internalized transphobia. Okay, so you have externalized transphobia then, right? Okay. I simply think it looks crazy. Oh, I simply think that you need to consider how crazy it is to criticize the looks of a woman. Oh, why? If somebody is ugly, then I'm gonna make fun of them regardless of their gender. When you yourself are adjusting the outward appearance to resemble that very thing. Well, I'm not trying to resemble peak trans because she's fucking ugly. I'd rather not look like her. I'd rather look like me from 3 years ago than look like her. That's how fucking gross and appalling she looks. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if the dysphoria is worth it. But I would rather kill myself than swap bodies with her. That's what I'll say. So, like, I'm gonna be real. Yeah, I'm not making fun of her for looking like a woman, right? This argument would hold up if I'm making fun of her for looking like a woman while trying to look like a woman, okay? That's not the case. I'm not making fun of her for looking like a woman. I'm making fun of her for being ugly and disgusting. There's an obvious difference there. You actual moron. If she was a guy, I would make fun of her appearance just as much if she's just as ugly. The dramatic personalities when reading is beyond cute. It's not even meant, it's not meant to be cute. Have debates, yes. But don't criticize a woman's looks and try to hurt them. That's never the right thing to do. Dude, why only if it's a woman? If it's a man, you get to call them bald, fat, ugly, and disgusting. But like if it's a woman, don't you dare criticize the way she looks. That's too far. That's too far. I'll debate the poser. Oh yeah. How many subscribers do you have? Oh, 33. Oh, I'm so excited, dude. I'd be so down to debate this glup shitter with 33 subscribers. And maybe if I do a call-in stream. Yeah, leave comments like this. This'll the best way to show your support. We don't care if you're an ugly, old, disgusting, dysgenic-looking piece of shit. You're still beautiful, Maria. Well, yeah, dude. He is a child trolling, but he forgets that the internet is forever. Dude, it sounds like one of those fucking ads from like the 1980s. It's like, but remember, kids, be careful about what you put on the internet, because once it's on there, it's there forever. Be careful. Once you post your information on the internet, it's not going away. Like, yeah, dude. Yeah, obviously, no shit. Anyways. The lack of self-awareness of these brats and their superficiality, ageism, and sexism is baffling. Dude, everyone that I disagree with is sexist. Dude, that's so true. Apparently, Helen Joyce and Maya Hughes brought up very important studies. Like what? Are they peer-reviewed? Do the studies actually say what they're saying they say? 3.5-hour-long video. Sounds like an unemployed, porn-sick basement dweller with the social skills of a tapeworm. No one wants to listen to a 3.5-hour-long video, even if it is about the fabulous Maria. Well, people watch me for hours on end, so you're wrong. But anyways. The concept of an actual life, one that entails an occupation and relationships with real living people, is a foreign concept to these creatures. Well, yeah, and also the TERF that we made fun of like 10 minutes ago or whatever. But yeah. Anyways. Not everyone can dedicate 4 hours of their life to listening to such nonsense. Oh yeah, like Peak Trans doesn't spend hours every day complaining about trans people on Twitter. That's so true. But I guess they're like imagining like gooning habits. I'm not like I don't know why. Gooning while wearing unwashed thigh-high striped socks. Like, yeah, you have fun imagining that. This is true flattery. Biographies have been written in less time. Yeah, dude, it's true flattery when somebody makes a documentary on Chris Chan because they spent hours thinking and talking about them. It's like, no, you're getting farmed for content, idiot. Anyways. Oh, here's one that I find funny. A lot of content creators will deliberately make response videos that are excessively long to ensure that those they are responding to can't make what would inevitably be a longer video responding to their message. As if you do selective highlights, they will argue that you cherry-picked their argumentation out of context to distort their message. Okay. Sure. Or, alternatively, if that happens, you could just, like, be like, really? How? That's all you have to do. Let's see. Oh, here's a much funnier comment. I was about to end. Because these are getting boring. To be fair, these are the last 2 replies. Hold on. Yes, and plus, she's right to not bother. Guaranteed, it's majority 2 teen boys who hate women just talking together about this and being teenage boys. Yeah, dude. If you make fun of a TERF on the internet, it's because you hate women. Chat, dude, 1 in chat if you hate women. That's right. I hate 50% of the entire population. Because I made fun of a delusional TERF on a live stream. That's so true. And maybe 1 or 2 people they're interacting with who drop in and out of the conversation. I'm gonna guess there's long pauses, lots of laughter, and not much actual content. These videos they make, I have a team, are interesting only to teens who are big fans and enjoy that kind of thing. To everyone else, it's incredibly boring. As opposed to peak transes videos, which are incredibly fun, sure. Maybe offering to respond to a shorter video, okay, fine. I'll make a video. That's what you want. You want the clout. All right. If she actually follows through on it, you know what? Fair enough. I mean, she has to at this point, right? Oof, their kid catching a random stray there. Yeah. Poor kid. I hope they don't turn out to be like their parents. But yeah. Anyways. Chat, do you know what time it is? It's time to restart stream. That's right. We're gonna do like a ketamine stream next. So stay tuned for that. What's a TERF? Trans exclusionary radical feminist. But chat, I'm gonna end this stream and start another one. So make sure to subscribe to notifications on. Make sure to check back. Refresh until it's live. Cause yeah, I'm about to start another stream. I just gotta restart. So yeah.